Y'all, I was just sitting here talking to y'all and you weren't there. I mean, I done literally showed y'all my eye, explained why I was late. Hey, Susan, explained why I was late, and whole time I had not pushed the go live twice. I was saying, sorry for being late. I was running my mouth on the phone, and then 10 minutes before I started, my eye decided to flush itself out. So right now it is completely, if you can see, it is completely trying to flush. I don't know, maybe something got in it. I've rinsed it, but until it stops flushing, I can't drop a steroid in it because it's gonna rinse it right out. Ugh. So excuse me. So we will do the sunglasses, and I might even have turned this camera off. But other than that, how are you guys doing? When we get out of my eye, how are you doing? Oh, I have to turn this camera off because I can barely see the screen. Oh man. See how this eye will fight you? Oh, wait. Oh yes, send love, send love. We sending love to Emma Lou. We sending love to her. Really, we are. There's last night I stopped in on Terry's Land. It was a little wild. It got a little wild over there, it got a little wild. I'll get back to that. But one of the things I was telling her is I'm just on this place of love. One of the things I realized, like when I was bad in the world, to me the good was almost phony and fake. Because it was like, how do you live in this cold, crazy world and try to be good? But in the process of me trying to change me, how I fight, how I react, how I respond, and me trying to do all that, I realized that don't mean the world gonna change. It means I'm changing. I'm changing my world. I'm changing what's around me. It's like I tell people even with there, you think I'm paying any money at any time in my life to stay anywhere I'm uncomfortable? Because I'm not. I'm not. You just make different decisions for your peace. Peace is a privilege. Peace is a privilege. And it's a privilege that most of us deny ourselves. You know what I mean? We deny ourselves the peace. I'm done denying myself peace. I'm done. I'm done fighting fights that you just fight forever and nothing happens. It doesn't change. Matter of fact, it gets worse. And I'm just sitting here fighting and fighting and fighting up a storm. I don't want to do that no more. That's not how I want to live. You just got the note. You just got notified. You just got the notification, Susan. Yeah, I put the notification out at like 11:15. Wait, Susan, what are you saying? Here, let me read it from my phone. I'm still sitting here trying to look at the screen. Oh, let me turn the lights off. Oh, there we go. I feel better in my eyes as soon as I did that. Hold on. They still watery, but I feel much better turning that light off. Oh my God. That light was bothering me. Oh. But what we said about the notification, Susan? Something's wrong with the stream. Hmm. I don't know what's wrong. Hold on, let me see. Let me look what it's saying. With you, with you. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to send it to my community. Sometimes I'm telling y'all, I never understand these notifications. Oh, I swear when my eye runs, my nose runs, y'all. That's so annoying. Yeah, I'm about to resend it. Yeah, you never know. I'm telling you. All right, I just sent it on my Community wall. Yeah, I never know. Susan, I swear, you never know what's going on. Sometimes I don't get a notification, and then I'm going through looking at who's live, and I'm like, wait, how is such and such live? I ain't get no notification. And I'll be checking, like, am I still subscribed? Is my notification bell still ringing? Hey, bossy. Did you see the notification, bossy? Or you just looked up and saw I was on? Because I just sent it to my community wall just to make sure. I never know what's going on with these notifications. But yeah, I had to turn the camera on. I was acting a fool. But I turned the light off and it's bad. I'm just waiting for it to finish flushing so I can open it without looking like I'm having a cry stream out of one eye. Like I'm Florida. I'm raining on one side of the street. Oh, you didn't even get a notification. See, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. But I know it happens sometimes. Because it's been times where I've come in and like it'll say somebody's live and I'll push live and start watching it. And then I see it says like what does it say? Not top chat. It'll say like to let you know it's a replay. And I'm like, wait, replay? It's saying live on my thing. Then I check back and I'm like, oh no, they just ended it like 16 minutes. But it was still in red, like they were live for me. And I go in and go to chat. I'll say like, hey, in the chat. And he'll be like, wait, I can't chat because it's over. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these notifications. The only thing I do know is that, hey, when it's over, you can still come back on the replay and watch it later. It doesn't have a time restriction. It's not like I put it on and be like, oh, if you don't watch it within an hour. But I love when we go live if we get the notifications so then we can have moments with each other and see how everybody's doing. How you doing this morning, bossy? I didn't even send out my morning text to all my sisters this morning. These days with these eyes, sometimes it is so hard for me to just, like, especially when I get up, when I usually do my morning texts and stuff, I just do them back to back to back. I just send out texts to everybody. And I literally in the morning, there's probably about 40 people on my list who every morning is going to get a hello from me. And so, when your eye bad though, I can't send that text out to 5 people. And usually when my eye is bad, I do a lot of talking to Siri for text, and I use her to read me my text. So I keep my earphone in my ear, and when a text comes in, she'll read it to me. So I'm usually doing it like that. But some days when the eye's bad, I'm like, the light just coming off the phone, period. Seems like the police done put a spotlight in your eye. And I'm like, oh, I can keep that away from me, please. Keep that light away from me. I saw a lady yesterday in the store, and we were talking about eyes, and she was saying, "Oh, I'll tell you." I mean, she was saying, "Oh, they're saying I have something with her retina." But anyway, she's supposed to go to surgery next week. And she was saying, like, I tell you, some days I can't open my eyes at all to the light. I'd rather be in the dark, because my eyes are so messed up. And I kid you not, I was thinking, you are singing my song. And we just started talking about it and ways of coping and all this stuff. And it just felt good that, not felt good that she's going through that at all. I don't wish eye problems on anyone. But it just felt good to talk to somebody who understands. You know what I mean? It always feels good because then you're not alone. Because some days, like I told you all, even when I started doing a couple of days of work, and I wanted to work because one, for 2 years with this disability and with the pandemic, over 2 years, you've been off work. And it's like, I just, and then with everything going on, I'm like, I just want to do something with my time other than just worry about my eye. But the reality is I do something with my eye besides worry about my eye. You know what I mean? I do things on here. You know what I mean? I do other things, but I was like, let me do that. But as soon as I started doing it, I realized you do have a disability. You don't have a set of eyes that are just saying, oh, well, let's go out here. What's the sun doing? What's the weather doing? So even when I'm walking down the street, sometimes I'm scared to take my sunglasses off because like if somebody drives past and dust is flying in the air, anything, it's always not just the light. It's something always going on with the it's just too much. And I can't lie to you. Some days when I go live, like right now, and it starts acting up, it really bothers me because it's like, why are you doing that when all you know I want to do is put my face up here and hold a conversation with my people where they can see me, where they can, But look, here's the thing. If I turn it on right now, like right now, this is mine. And so it's going to continue to tear up, so like I said, and it's truly because it's trying to focus. And so right now what it's doing is it's focusing in. It's trying to get itself to use it itself this morning. And before it does, it's gonna cry out to me. It's gonna cry out. Is that my sister Heidi? Hey sis. Hey Marianne. Hey sis. Y'all know I ain't ignoring you. I'm happy. Look, now I just said, hey Marianne, hey Heidi, here come Nino. His name don't sound like neither one of those names. Y'all know Marianne, he too much. You hear your name, he's like, oh, there go my advocate. Is that my auntie Marianne? He came over. Quick, he said, did you say Marianne? Did you just say Marianne? Y'all know Nino a hot mess. Y'all know it. You know he is because it's on the one. So you know he a hot mess. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, last night, I end up stopping on Terry Lynn's channel. And like I said, one of the things, y'all, I want to make this so clear. In this fight, the only person you're responsible for is you. Like, that's all us. We sit around, I spend so much time waiting for the people who did me wrong to be acknowledged, to be held responsible. I spent all this time trying to prove that I was right when somebody said I was wrong. I spent all the time trying to do all this stuff. For one, it just took time. And you never realize sometimes you'll be fighting something 10, 20 years. And I don't even realize that's what I've been fighting for 20 years and got no resolve. And then one day I learned how to fight it right. And within months, there was a piece different than I had in 20 years. And so that's when I learned to start fighting different. Like I told you all, I can't make it up. During the pandemic, a lot of us, your mental was questioned. And it was put to a big test. Sitting in the house all day with your kids, becoming a teacher. It was a test. Sitting with your spouse all day, or your boyfriend all day, or your siblings all day, or your mama all day. The walls was closing in, or you couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't go in public. You couldn't breathe. You just felt like, oh my God. And then on top of it, people were falling like flies. So you just had this fear. And so your mental was going. And then I had August 20th. So August 18th, 2020, I had a cornea transplant. So as you all know, today is what, the 17th? Today is the 17th of August. Tomorrow will be my 2-year mark. That first year was even harder for me because, like I said, I didn't have peripheral vision for 8 months. So I couldn't see nothing coming up on my sides, nothing. For about 4 months of those first 4 months, end of the year, even up to Christmas, I had a patch on my eye. I wore a patch for almost 6 months, because I couldn't come outside in the light and adjust fast enough. So the only way to protect myself was to patch my eye up at all times. I've even come up on a panel or two during that time where I had to come up literally with a pad and the white tape, and I was embarrassed. And my embarrassment came because in reality, it made me feel weak. A lot of us women, I'm just going to speak on women right now. A lot of us have had to fight for ourselves, defend ourselves, fend for ourselves, fend for these kids. So, that's what you do. And so if you ever in a place where now I can't even do for, let alone somebody else, myself, I felt weak. I felt, helpless. To a point where I would be like, I just want to go outside and it look like I'm normal. I hate to use that word, but that's a society. I just want to look normal. So everybody think I'm fine. They'll think, oh, she's okay. I see both her eyes, so it got to be good. But not realizing, it's like the other day I had a situation here at the hotel, and the lady said, well, what does she look like? And this and that. So I think she had blonde hair. Oh, nobody here has blonde hair. I said, well, ma'am, I have like 46% vision with both my eyes. So if you think I'm taking the time to look at somebody and break down, hold on, there's brown, red, and is that a little burnette in your hair? I'm not looking that deep. I'm not. I'm not looking. And that's one of the best parts about when I was blind, just because I needed glasses. And with this, is it stops you from looking at the superficial. It stops you from being like, oh my God, all I noticed was this. I don't notice that. I don't, because my eyes don't have time to stare at you to break you down and say what's perfect and not perfect about you. I don't. You working and listening. Heidi, one of the hardest working women on YouTube. But yeah, like I said, so it's a process. It's a process. So even though I've been up, my eye hasn't had to focus to try to read stuff and move around in that type of way. So right now it's just adjusting. It's just a process. It is just a process. It's a process that some days stresses me out. And then some days I just know it's part of the process and I just keep on moving. But yeah, so yesterday, y'all, I went up on Terry Lynn's and oh my goodness. So when I first went up on Terry Lynn's, I just went up there, just cracking jokes, talking to each other, whatever. Um, but then later, Wacky Wanda came up there. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off for a second. Wacky Wanda came up there, and when she came up on the panel, she was talking or whatever, saying she came in peace, whatever, blah blah blah. So then she started speaking, and Carrie Lynn had asked her, what race was she, and she said, oh, my people from Sinhalese. I got people from, she's named parts of Africa. And then she says, but they consider me colored because if they put a pin in your hair and it stayed, it meant you were colored. So I put in the comments, Wacky Wanda is as white as the freshly fallen snow. And the reason I hate a dog, the reason I put that in the comment is because, like, if we just going on skin, because, like, first of all, here, they passed this year, one drop of black make you black. You know what I mean? You could take all that other and put it somewhere else because it's a hard gene to shake out. And so when she said that, I kind of felt like, just say I'm black. If I am, I am. You know what I'm saying? If I'm African, I'm of African descent, just say that's what I am. You know what I mean? So I was like, that was weird for her to say it. But then I had to go up there because I was like, one, I never disrespect somebody because they race. I give a damn what color you are. I could give a damn what race you come from. But at the end of the night, it's like, okay, when you're throwing all this to me about being from Sinhalese and the things that have happened in these parts of Africa over the years and everything else with race or whatever, it was funny to me. Just say I'm black and say that, you know what? I wouldn't stand by that if I was white. You know what I mean? That's that simple because I'm not standing against the person. I'm standing against the thing. If I tell y'all I don't like pedophiles, do you think I say, oh, if my buddy won, I like him? Because I understand that he only doing it because somebody had did it to him. No, Booney, I don't like it. I don't stand with it. I'm not, I'm not for it. So anyway, I came up there and I told her, I mean, and one thing about Africans, blacks, and I don't mean from Africa, I just mean of African descent. We come in every shade. In every shade. From so light you wouldn't even know. So light you wouldn't even know they was black. To so dark that we won't even know if we calling it black or purple. So like I said, we come in so many shades. But really none of our skin is black. It's the darkest shades of brown you're ever gonna have. Just like there's no such thing as black eyes. Now there might be like a small percentage of people who have black pupils, but most are brown. Dark, dark, dark brown. So yesterday when she said that, I'm like, did she say a pin in her head? I know a lot of people could put a pin in their head. It don't make them black. She said a pin in their head. Y'all, if it wasn't so late at night, I would have had to investigate that. But I do know that if you in parts of any part of the world, or if you African descent and you off color, trust me, they don't care. Because some people in my race are very color struck. But I know if you her skin tone, they wouldn't be like, oh, she black. She's passing. It's just like when we used to have a brown paper bag and we had to pass off of that. You could be accepted if your skin matched a brown paper bag or lighter. And if it was lighter, you was righter. Not whiter, righter. I guess you was the right one, the right shade. I don't know. But I don't get into color like that. To me, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the darker the darker the flesh. I mean, the deeper the roots. I just don't. I'm not in that. And you should love your people. And when you come in, I love mine. So if anybody heard that and thought in any way I was offending her, and I wasn't. And like I told her, I think she crazy as cat poo. I done seen her belch, fart, burp, cough, talk shit, act the fool, say don't show my face, show her face, put on a fishing hat to say she was covering her face and some sunglasses. And I thought, I still see your face. So I mean, she's wacky one. She could be whoever she wants. I want anybody to know I'm never here for no decision. I'm not here to make no decisions for nobody. I want you to make your own and make them the right way. You know what I mean? That's it. But I had to bring that up. Oh yeah, Heidi been giving us a lot of the family. First, you gave us the whole sisters. I love that. The sisters up there talking. And then you gave us the sons. I said, look at Heidi. That's what I'm talking about. Give us family. Give us family. A lot of people talk about family. I want to see them. Let me see y'all get together. Let me see y'all talk together. Let me see y'all laugh together. Let me see. Let me see that. Show us some family. Shit. And I know some people, I don't have that kind of relationship with your family. I mean, it happens. Your friends may be your family. Oh yeah, I really like that, Heidi. That was nice. I'm all about family, and I come from a place where all my family ain't blood, but I'm all about family. I'm all about family. I'm all about that laughter. That was one of the things I love because I've never been one to celebrate Thanksgiving as far as I'm gonna put pilgrims in my window and turkeys all up. No, because I understand what happened on that day, and it's nothing I'm gonna glorify. But for me, Thanksgiving is about being thankful, being happy, showing love by breaking bread with people that you care about and bringing together your meals and cooking with love, you know what I mean? And all this. That's what it is for me. But one of the things I love the most is the times of laughter, the jokesters that's in your family that come around and have everybody hitting the floor. Those are the moments of that I just love so much in the holiday season. And for me it is. And I know, but the holiday season is like this double-edged sword because sometimes as a parent, you feel like you never have enough to do everything you need to do to make everybody happy, but yet still take care of what you have to take care of. In the holidays, it reminds you of the people who will never be there again with you and how you miss them so much. The holidays is a lot of, it's one of the times a year where a lot of people are down. But then there are a lot of people who, even when they were down, something about them holidays, it just make them be up. They look forward to, now I know my family going to be around this time of year. I might not see them all year, but I get to see them. So you never know. You never know. But the holidays for me are a mixture of both. It's a time of loss because you never forget. Like I said, that's why I don't talk about people's dead relatives because, like I said, I've been where you lost somebody who lived in your house and you had to go home and close that door to their room for a few weeks before you could ever even open it to clean it out. And I've had to clean it out where you knew, man, this is forever. So if you ever been there, I would never. And look, the person didn't even have to live with you. You ever lost somebody you loved? Then that's no way I could talk about. I could never talk down on nobody's dead. But even when I see these young kids, and I'm smoking your op, I'm smoking my ops, I'm smoking your boy, I'm smoking and choking on your friend. Huh? What? How sick? Wasn't killing them enough? You know what I'm saying? What? The levels we go to, that's why I said some of the stuff we do as adults on here, if you go look in the world and the mass craziness that's going on, the kids are doing it. These kids have no respect. These kids will find one of their peers deceased and they be more caring about posting it to get 10 million views. I remember a couple of years ago on a train, a man killed his chick on the train. And instead of people picking up their phone to call 911, they picked up their phone to post it on Snapchat, to post her fighting for her last breaths nobody cared to dial 911. What world let me tell y'all something. It's going to be some things I do that most people would post for clout. I'll never post it because I'm enjoying the moment. You get what I'm saying? So you might have me in a, you know what I'm saying? This is an example. I might be in a 12-bedroom mansion with a pool inside and outside, kicking it with 5 people, and we living like, you know what I'm saying? Like Scarface for the moment in that building. You might never see that video. You know why? Because I wasn't doing it to show you. I want to enjoy it with the people I was with. So some things I'm just not. I mean, just some of the stuff people do on here, they drop names like it gives you some clout. First of all, if I told you, oh, my parents rich, does that make me rich? No, it don't. If I told you, I know all these celebrities, that make me famous? No, I don't. It just mean I know them. You get what I'm saying? I know them. I don't call that, oh, hey, celebrity, come and make me popular. What'd you say you gonna do, Heidi? Oh, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. Yeah, I figure like especially like around the holidays, it might be some things I'm gonna do with little, just little clips, and those will probably be uploads more than anything. Because like I said, the worst part about this internet is since the people I never worry about, I come from lions and lioness, so I don't worry about like nobody. I don't worry about anybody being stressed with this because first of all, in the real world, you know how to resolve. I mean, to handle most things. I'm just gonna say it like that. So I don't worry about that with my family. But what I do worry about is that when you a protector like myself, I don't put my shit in the line of nobody's fire. That's why I tell you any story I'm gonna tell you is man. Because that's who I own all rights to my story. You want to hear the other version from another person, they'd have to be here telling it. You know what I'm saying? Because all I can do is give you me. That's all I can do is give you me. I'm sorry, my nephew texted me. But anyway, let me see what y'all in here saying. I gotta take your time. I gotta read it on the phone. Oh, what are you drinking that for, Bossy? Like, what does that help with? Is this like a relaxer for a tea? Is it a pain reliever tea? Like, because I know that ginger root is so good for you. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what that tea is for what? I'm always interested in what something does. What's its properties? Oh, my eyes. Come on. You can stop tearing by now. Shoot. And then I don't know about y'all. Sometimes when I think about the stuff that's going on here on YouTube, I just think about those moments where at one moment something was important to me and then something else happened and that seemed like nothing. So here's an example. I've told you all the story about the day my son had all them seizures when he was 7 days before his 7th birthday. Um, when that happened, that day I was already stressed out because one of my clients, my dialysis clients, died. And that just it shifted me because that became part of my routine. And that morning when I came to pick her up, her son had let me know that they had rushed her to the hospital. And by the time I got to my next client, I had got a text from the company to let me know that she had passed. And that bothered me. And it kind of set the tone for my day. And that day was just kind of really off. And when I came home, my son was walking on the bottom of his pants. I remember they used to bother me so bad. Stop walking on your pants. Pull them up. Roll them up. Cuff them up. We cuffed them. I'm going to have to hem them. They just, and I was being so aggravated. And I was on the phone with a good friend of mine telling him how this girl who I was hanging out was just driving me crazy with all this jealousy. Like I felt like we were competing with each other. And I don't like competing. Like I'm not in competition with my friends. I don't compare. Look, here's the thing. I don't compare people. So I'm never gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, is it gonna be you or my mama? Not my man and my mom ain't in the same league. My friends and my family aren't in the same league. So they're never in the same comparison boat. And so I'm sorry, y'all. My eyes bothering me. It was bothering me. I'm sorry. And so it's just hard for me to try to because every time I go to look at the screen, I go to try to read the messages. So I'm like, okay, until my eye stops wandering. But Anyway, so I was on the phone with him, just telling him, oh, and I can't believe this and this. And that was so important to me in that moment. And thinking about that lady, those were important things to me. Thinking about her son and how he had to feel and being there and losing. Anyway, then my son had those seizures. And to tell y'all the truth, it wasn't until 2 days later that I even remembered I was aggravated about that stuff with that girl, that I even remembered my patient had died. But at one point, this was what was making my life for the day. And I just use that as an example. I can give you several examples of how one moment, the day my nephew brother was shot, that day my day was so off. And I had so much on my mind, like petty stuff that at that moment was so important. When I got that call on him, I'd have gave anything for just that shit I thought was important to be the only thing I was going through. And that's how I look at this. You're going to be sitting on here getting so involved and so invested in some bullshit. And then you're going to look up and life going to dish you something. You're going to go to a doctor's office. They're going to tell you something. You're going to get a call. Somebody going to lose something. You know how many times I heard content creators and subscribers both in here saying, oh, I'm sick. Oh, I just got diagnosed. Oh, I just lost somebody. Oh, I'm homeless. Oh, so we're going through a real storm. The kind of umbrella can't cover. We're going through a storm. But yet we sitting here worried about who said what when they said it 2-3 years. I don't give a fuck what you said 3 years ago. If nobody cared 3 years ago, I don't care today. I'm done with I'm in the present. What are you doing today? And if you're doing something wrong today, I need you done. Like I said yesterday on my live, if you part of, you part of. No, it's no in or out. If it's wrong here, it's wrong there. No ins or out. It's that simple. It's that simple. I found out about a month ago there's a sector called the troll sector. And all they do is come and kick up shit and kick up dust and start mess. And there's a lot of people who are creators and subscribers that y'all need to go join the troll sector because that's what they do. Go take that shit to where it goes at. Like, that's how I feel. Like, this is too much. It's too much. It's too much. Now, I mean, it's too much for me because I've learned how to notice my triggers and move away. I've learned how to get myself out of something or never put myself in. I've learned how to speak what I speak. So if I said it to you, I'm not afraid to come up on here and say it. You'll never be having the conversation I had. There's no conversation I've had with anyone that I wouldn't have right here. And look, even if my eye was bad, I'll show you my whole face. I'd tear out my eye so you can see that I'm saying it. I'm not reading the lines of a script. I'm not on the phone and somebody feeding me. You can't feed me poison. You can't feed me poison. You can feed somebody else poison. You can't feed me poison. Yeah, I'm back off the camera. Every time I come on, my eyes start to wander over to the words. It's like, read it off the phone, Danny. But yeah, but other than that, I'm like, it is still some good things going on, even in the bad. A couple of weeks ago, I really was very impressed with the information of these cases. And some were cases I didn't even hear about. Because sometimes, even when it comes to the top stories all over the internet, I have to bag off of them sometimes. Because sometimes it's too much. It's just too much. And what happens is you put too much of that in you and not the right way, and you take on too much of that at one time, you become that. It's just like somebody said that yesterday. You get too in this mess, you're going to be a part of it. Whether you say you're not or you're going to become part of this mess. You're going to be just as messy as the rest of the messy boots. And I said that on Terry Lynn's channel yesterday. So in case anybody, because around here, all people do is quote one line of what you said. I said this sector need to be called the messy bitches sector. And that means men and women. I said it. Look, hold on once again. Make sure I say it with my face. Say it from my chest. Should be called the messy bitches sector. It's a bunch of messy bitches on here. Men and women. Men and women. I mean, just messy boots. Messy, pained, hurt, clout chasing. I mean, you'd be like, oh, did you wake up this morning and just say, what can I destroy? Who can I go to? Hold on, let me go through my call. Let me go through my screenshots. Let me go through my pictures. Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, we landed on Susan today. She ain't really saying nothing in the screenshot, but that's who I'm at. Is that how people wake up? I need to know. I need to know. Mm-hmm. And you know bullies? Because they go bully. They real tough. Hey, I'm on you. Susan, you did that. And Susan, I'm telling you, I got you. We coming for you. Susan, here we go. We talking about you. Susan ain't shit. Susan ain't shit. Heidi turn around and do the same thing. Crickets. See, I ain't saying nothing. Say, why ain't you saying nothing about what Heidi do it? Well, Heidi's none of my business. I thought my business was right and wrong. So if I stand up and tell y'all, oh, I can't stand when somebody is a racist, don't think if one of the people I'm cool with start being racist, I'm be like, well, you know, they grew up in some racism. No, I'm gonna tell their ass too. You better get that racist shit away from me, because I am not my ancestor. That's simple. That's simple. And if you give me, because racism is ignorance, you give me ignorant statements, I'm gonna give you facts. You know what I mean? That'll disprove that ignorance you're spitting out to me. Don't spit out to me 1913 facts. Give me 2022 facts. Strep is no joke. Strep is no joke. When I had to get all my wisdom teeth pulled, one of my wisdom teeth came in like double and had an infection. And I ended up catching strep throat twice. And it wasn't the second time. And finally, like, something's going on with this wisdom tooth. And then, so they were like, oh, if you take the one down, you're going to take the one off. So I ended up getting all four of mine pulled at one time. Yeah, strep throat is no joke. I've had strep throat before. I've had pink eye before. Oh, but strep throat was no joke. I actually had, when I'm telling you about this time of having the strep from my tooth, I had it New Year's Eve going into 2000. And I remember everybody was so scared everything was going to shut off. The world was going to end. The world was going to blow up. It was going to fall into the lake. I don't know. But in the ocean, I had a bunch of predictions of what was going to happen for 2000. All the 2K, all was going to go down. I literally was laying in my bed, sick, sleep all damn day. Like, it turned midnight and I wouldn't know. I was asleep. Because I had a fever like 102. Like, I was messed up with that strep. I couldn't even think about swallowing. The thought of swallowing would make me just want to spit, because I was like, I just can't even swallow, like, at all. And I was like, if I never get strep again, it'll be too soon. Oh, never. Like, that was, ooh, Jesus. But like I said, I got it twice. So I got it that for New Year's, and then I got over it. And I got it back like in March. And by April, they were pulling them teeth out of my mouth. They were like, oh, no, we're going to get rid of these wisdom too. And as I said, it was infected. So I had to do an antibiotic, to get rid of the infection. Yeah. But they blame the strep on my tooth. And like I said, I've had pink eye. Because I got bad eyes. And so I've had pink eye. Oh, and I used to wear contacts and sleep in them and all kind of shit. And I was tearing my eyes out. See what I mean? I'm still over here trying to read this over here. And you ever notice when you say something wrong, it's like, you ever had something in your mouth, like, oh, it hurt if I touch that, and your tongue won't leave it alone? It's like, why do I keep? It's like with my eyes. I know what my eyes are doing, and I keep trying to read the comments from over there. Let me see. Tell y'all, don't trust me. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. When the kids go back to school, they bring the Ebola viruses home. You be like, oh, these kids were sick. Did every kid come back to school sick? Because you came back with a cold 2 days in the school started. Yeah. Just like when I worked in the daycare. Oh, Jesus, them babies give you something. And the baby is there at school. So they obviously fine enough to be at school. And now they didn't gave you something that you knocked out for a month. You like, how is this baby moving around? And my butt done caught the same cold they have, and I can't even stand up. Or is that just me? Because I feel like when a baby give you a cold, oh my goodness, you'd be like, how does this baby surviving? Because I can barely make it as an adult with the cold. What did you do? No, I didn't say you did anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't say you did anything. I said I love that you had your family. And I said you're one of the hardest working women on YouTube. No, but other than that, no. I had said that when you said you were at work listening. I didn't do nothing. I'm guilty of trying to read comments with my eye, knowing that it is still adjusting. So I keep trying to turn the camera on, but then I keep trying to read the comments with my eye. And I'm like, no, please stop yourself, Danny. I was talking about my bad habits. Why is it when you're not supposed to do something, I keep doing it? So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to turn the camera off so that I don't. Because it's funny, I turn the camera off and I'm not even looking at the camera talking to y'all. But as soon as I turn it on, I'm not only making eye contact with myself, but it causes me to start reading those comments. Because if they move, it makes my eye wander over to them and look at it. But no, my Heidi didn't do nothing. She said, oh, yeah, what did I do? That's how I feel. I'll be watching live. I hear my name. Uh-oh, what did I do? What did I say? Did I say something wrong in that comment? Did I never know. It's like when I was young, as soon as I heard my whole name, I was like, oh, shit, I'm in trouble. Did somebody say Danielle? And so for a long period in my life, I used to tell people, like, don't call me Danielle unless I'm in trouble. Because that's how I felt. I felt like whenever I heard my whole name, oh, I was in trouble. And most people say, oh, if I heard my whole entire name, well, if I heard my whole entire name, I know I was about to get in more than trouble. Trouble would have been nice. That meant I was about to get, ooh wee. It was about to be some trouble. If my whole entire name was said out loud, ooh, Lord. But yeah, for a long time, I wouldn't let people call me Danielle at all. I'd be like, oh, stop doing that. Only my mom calls me Danielle when I'm in trouble with my grandma. Because I'm Danny any other time, all day, every day. You know, it never changes. Hold on 1 second, y'all, while I answer this call. I'm sorry, I had to see what that was about. But yeah, oh, that's what I use y'all as a demonstration. Yeah. See, I forgot about the demonstration part, Susie. I did. I used Susie Heidi as my demonstration. I did. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. What did she do wrong? I had to think about it. Because one thing about wrongs, it seems like people never forget wrong. You ever notice that? You ever had somebody sitting around like, I remember when you used to cuss everybody out. I remember when you was this. If it was somebody on drugs, I remember when they was on drugs. But you'll bring up something good. You remember when I got the 4.0? They said I got the award for summa cum laude and all that, and they won't remember. You think, damn, that was an achievement. You don't even remember. You know, it'd be like, remember when I was in karate class and they put me to the black belt? No, I don't remember that you went to a black belt. You be thinking, how do you forget all the good stuff? How do you forget the good stuff? Because what we choose to continue to talk about is the bad. You ever had somebody every time you got with them, they want to talk about that same old bad story? I remember when Betty and them, I got a buddy, kid you not, I love him. I love him. But I kid you not, that mofo gonna take you back to 1992 every time you with him. I mean, he gonna go back to 92 so much that as he start to tell the story, you already gonna say stuff like, this is like 92, wasn't it? Was this back when you was, you know what I mean? Because it's the same old stuff. And it's like, okay, Booney, I understand that was bad, but do you think reliving it every day is going to make you better? Because some people don't even realize the victories they've won. And that's how I had to start getting about my race and saying to myself, forget what was taken from me. Look at where we've come. Look at what we've done. Look at how as much abuse that we have been done to. Look at how much love a lot of us give to everybody. So I had to start looking at the good, because if I start looking at the bad, first of all, there's things inside of my race that I'm going, because everybody should have something. Go check in your race and fix that shit. So there's things inside of my race that I want to build and be better with. And one of those things is coming together. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to be parts of, the good parts of the move. But like I said, it's so much going on here that you can only tackle. It's an elephant. I can only tackle this shit one bite at a time. And so the first bite I'm taking out this elephant is finding the self-love in me, growing in that and building in that and giving out love and everything else. And like I said, one of the greatest things about being bad before, doing wrong, going through, learning, evolving, one of the best parts of doing that is that I don't worry about, oh, well, wait, is it going to be somebody on here that might spook me? Or what if they do this? Or what if they do that? Life already prepared most of us. So we've been through some shit some of these people would never have seen before. And they could never have made it through, and you made it through it. And you made it through it. So you got a strength on you. I got a strength on me. I've seen so many things that nothing surprises me. I'm never surprised at what people will do, because people are so hurt. People got so much pain on them. So I don't worry about that kind of stuff at all. At all. And that's the problem, is if you say you got love and you want to give out love and you don't feel like fighting and fussing and being on bullshit, people think that you're weak. But you weak when you got to stay in bullshit to keep your head above water. You weak when you got to talk about other people so nobody talking about you. You weak when you wake up in the morning looking to take somebody down but not build yourself up. You're weak there. You a weak I'd never be. That's a week I would, I'd be working on me before I'd be working on somebody else. And that's what people are doing around here. They weak. They weak. They weak. Like I said, I ain't gonna never talk about none of y'all kids, because I kill for man. No trigger warning. Facts. Facts. You see how much love I'm giving? Once upon a time, I was giving that in hate to people. Like I said, I've done some mean things. I've said with my tongue some terrible things to people. I have. And the truth is, if you put me back in the moment with them, I'd probably say the same thing. But I've said it. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. I've sat around, like I said, even when I think of Ty Couture, I sat around and thought that, oh, okay, who is this? Okay, you just said something about him. I'm going to follow your page. I'm going to go into other chats. If I see you, I'm checking you. I'm doing this. And I thought I was fighting for him. And I wasn't. And I know I wasn't fighting for him to win, because he's deceased. So how did I fight and help him win? So that's why I said, when you think about blood on your hands, even though all I wanted him to do was live, you feel like blood's on yours too. You feel just as guilty, because if their goal was to make him end his life and they succeeded, and our goal was to make him live and he still succeeded to their goal, then we failed too. So I want everybody to know, when you think you're defending somebody, whether it's your subscriber or your creator, and you think that you're defending them by doing what you don't want done to them, well, let me let you know, you're just opening up Pandora's box of bullshit. And someone is going to be hurt in a way that you're going to remember that you are a part of it, period. And if you're a part, you're a part. You're a piece to the puzzle if you're a part. Meaning that without that piece, we can't complete the puzzle. So if you're a piece to a puzzle, you're just as guilty as everybody else. Stop worrying about if you two pieces in the puzzle or you one piece in the puzzle. Are you a piece to a puzzle? Because when it comes to a puzzle, guys, remember, one piece missing, you can't complete it. So if you are a piece to a puzzle, you're a part of the problem. Fix yourself. Work on you. Forget all the rest of them. Something in you is telling you this ain't what you want to do. Something in you is telling you I'm tired of all this drama. Something in you is saying this is just too much mess. Something in you is saying I want to do better. Do it. That's all we're in control of, is ourselves. I'm not in control of nobody else but me. I don't feel anybody else but me. So when I see something I don't like, I say, hey, y'all know I ain't with that shit. When I was young, I used to tell people, I don't care what your mama done did. You cannot sit around me and shit on your mama. You cannot. I mean, all that she a bitch, all that, you can't do that with me about in front of me about your mama. You could come to me and say, hey, I'm so tired of my mama talking to me like that. You could tell me what it is that bothers you. But what you cannot come and do to me is make, I'm telling y'all, I knew a girl one day and she literally came to me and said, hey, man, I swear, my mama gonna come in one day, I'm gonna take her life. Man, I threw that bitch on the wall. Because I told her, bitch, if you take your mama's life, you'll take mine even quicker. So y'all need to be careful about who y'all around. If somebody got no respect for people's deceased, their family, their children, trust me, they ain't got no respect for you. You better know it. You better know it. And if you think they got respect for you, you just waiting for your turn in the fire. Hey, Martina. Hey, sis. Meanwhile, working. Another hard-working women. I love y'all sisters. So we stay working. Can't nothing hold us down. Ain't nothing gonna stop us. Yeah. Wait, what is it? Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. That's right. That's how we go, ain't it? It don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I think about. I think about I can easily sit here and say, I can tell you what I have done that was wrong on the internet. I can't tell you what I've done wrong in my life, but when we speaking on the internet, I can say it. But I can passionately tell you that since I'm gonna be honest, 2019. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be dead honest with y'all. 2020, in the beginning of the year, in like February, was the last time I went ham on somebody on the internet. See, I've had things where people might say I checked them in the internet. I ain't check you. I just politely told you, take that bullshit and stop it. You know what I'm saying? That's not checking nobody. But I'm talking about when I used to check a person and tell them, like, bitch, I pull up in your state. Bitch, here's my actual address. Bitch, here's my telephone number. Hit my line. Don't go looking for me. Come get me. You know, that when I was acting a fool like that. But the last time I went berserk on the internet, well, on YouTube, because I done chin checked a few on the book. But anyway, the last time I went berserk on YouTube was Ed from 90 Day once again, because 90 Day after the Usman and shit just started housing trash on it. But anyway, Ed, Big Ed, that's from 90 Day. He did a video where he supposedly fell off this bridge, and I knew it was fake because one, just an impact, just in the size of your body and the weight, you know, it's going to pick up weight as it falls. By the time you would have hit the ground, you'd have been dead. No, I'm not going to say nothing nice, y'all. He'd have been dead. Okay. And first of all, you're a grown ass man. To do something like that for clicks and views is ignorant to me because some child may think they could do it and they won't make it. Okay. But anyway, so he does this and supposedly he fell off this bridge. So it's a video and you can tell it's edited. You can tell with clips and everything. Now, mind you, everybody in the comment, it's got like 600 comments. Everybody in the comments like, this is some bullshit. This is fake. All I said was, oh, what people will do for clout. That's all I said. Right hand to God. Next thing I know, Big Ed, of course, it's supposed to not be Big Ed. It's supposed to be one of his trolls. But once again, hey, anybody out here, if you go under another name to go and do something, you a goofy. You a goofy. And hold on while I turn my camera on to salute you. You tough, get about it under the same name you under. So Danielle Robinson, if Danielle Robinson go around here trolling, you know what she's going to be under? Danielle Robinson. And at the most, I'd be under Danny Robinson because that used to be my page. Danny Robinson. But it'd still be a face picture of this person right here. Same person. It's me. It's me. And if I was talking crap and somebody said, drop the link, I'd come up and show my face so you know it was me. It was me. I'm not gonna come on there. Here's Danny Robinson, and then Danny Robinson is in the chat, and here come Rebecca Robertson, but that's really me. Then here comes Shady Boots #1. That's me too. And now, oh, here comes Daka Lakaniki. That's me too. Oh, here comes Rebecca. Why am I all these people? Because I'm on bullshit. Be one person. But anyway, so Ed comes in. I know it's Ed, but supposedly it's under his other name. And literally comes into my, because I'm not even a YouTube creator at this time. He comes into my page because because I had the video up about Sherelle. So he goes in there and starts commenting. Like, I ended up erasing all because we were going back and forth. So I ended up blocking his bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna still call him a bitch till the day I stop calling him a bitch. But he came up in there and literally was like, bitch, you're ugly. All this stupid shit. Like, I'm ugly. I'm nobody. You don't even have any subscribers. Ed has so many subscribers. And I was like, I'm not a creator. But then they came onto my Facebook and started that shit. So finally, the last message I sent to them was, hey, this message for you and Ed. I could put 2 hollow tips in both of y'all. 1 for each. Keep playing with me. See, because like I said, I used to get Dougie with a bitch. I get gully with a bitch. It was people from my fam coming in the chat like, who the fuck is this bitch ass motherfucker on your? I mean, it got ugly up, and I said, let me erase this. Cause see, Ed, I catch your bitch ass on these here streets, and I will shove your dog up your ass. I will. I will shove your dog up your ass. And I love dogs, but I will shove your dog up your ass and have your mama fish it out. See, so like I said, I done been on here. And once again, I got to cussing him out because he started, here we go, nappy head, here we go with all this black racist shit. All because I said you was clout chasing. Guilt, lying, and guilty. So only hit dogs holler. You know what I'm saying? Hit dogs holler, bitch. So like I said, I've been nasty on the internet. But that was the last time I was nasty on the internet. I'm being dead ass with y'all. That was the last time I was nasty on the internet. But I mean, I've had words because I'm human. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. First of all, let me tell you something. I'm grown. So if you start any conversation with me, first of all, you're going to get checked. Don't start no conversation with an adult because I'm never going to approach no adult. First of all, Tina. When I'm checking you. First of all. So I don't start with first of all. Don't start a conversation with me with let me tell you. What, you checking me? You checking me, boo? You checking me, boo? So it's just, so you may get me to say something because like I said, I'm going to talk to you like an adult. Don't talk to me like you run me. Don't nobody own me. Don't nobody control me. Ain't nobody made me but my parents. And they only made me as far as conception. Everything, you know what I'm saying? So I don't do that to anybody. So when you do it to me, I will bite back. Yeah, I don't do that other name stuff. But there's some people around here, they got 52 names. They got 52 names. Lady Godiva, I love you, but you done been under 800 names. Like, what is going on, y'all? See, one thing about me, I'm a buck. I don't need to go talk about it in the back chats. I'm going to talk about it right here. Right here. I pay for StreamYard just so I can say not what I want because I've learned to filter myself. But I just want to know, like, why do people go under that? And then they go under the name and people know it's them. Why don't you just be under one name? If I still know it's you, just be you. That's it. You think if your name on here is sucking on it all night, you think that's what I think your mama names you? No, I know it's not. But at least that's the name you under. And at least I know, hey, when I see it, oh, that's sucking all night. That's just who it is. You know what I mean? But if 1 minute you're sucking all night, then the next minute you God's prayer child, then then you come to save a life, then you anti whoever you hate. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, what are we in 4th grade? What are we? 6? And you know what? I don't think 4th graders will be this immature. To be honest with you. And then people will be talking about what they so scared of happening, but that's the stuff that's just going on. Like I said, I have literally watched from 2016 into now. And I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna find the clips and show you. I swear to God, I can show y'all on here like 2.5 years ago during the pandemic, where when you said docs and people said, what does that mean? Now it's all everybody do. What I tell y'all, when you keep spreading something, it's gonna spread like cancer. So you keep on putting this negative out. Now everybody doing it. Now everybody, people who never thought about doxing, people who got doxed and so-called hated it, they doxing, dox. I remember when I first came over in this community, because I first came in this community right as we were getting ready to start in the pandemic. Well, a little before, but I wasn't deep in it. So like before I would watch Sherelle, you know what I'm saying? And Then in the pandemic, when Perry came back, you know what I mean? And then Geo came on, so I was watching that, you know what I mean? But when I came over here and I would watch people talk about stuff, I was like, wow, it's a lot of good things over here. They talk about a lot of the shows I like. They talk 90 Days. I like it. Even when Amber and Heidi did like Kanika Jenkins, I really appreciated that. That was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was real shit going on. You could really come in these chats and laugh and giggle. And you saw some of the same people in a lot of the same chats, and it was just a different place. And then I watch, and I could tell you, and don't worry, because as the year ends, I'm definitely calling out to say what I gotta say. And I'm gonna do it as respectfully as possible. But once again, like I tell you, if you've been involved and watched all of this, you'll see it's the same characters. The same characters. It ain't changed. They just they done spread they shit all over the bread and told us it's Nutella, but it's the same characters. And they've made it where, like I said, because before every time somebody came in, it got to a point where people were putting doxing up on their screen so that you even knew how it was spelled. Because it was people like, what is doxing? What does it mean to dox? It was that, and it was something else with the feds. Like you could do in this some kind of call in with the feds to put in a report. It was like a ICP4. But I swear, when people would say it, people would be like, what? What's that? What does that mean? I don't know. I mean, that was their content creators would say, wait, they doxed them. What do you mean? What did they do? What does that mean? And then they brought that over here. And now this area should be called dox. All they do is dox. And then people, we over here, we measure pain. Oh, well, you said this, but I only said this. Y'all all out your body. You did this, I only did that. Oh, you the wrongest one because you did this, but we only half wrong. But some of y'all, when the people was doing what y'all calling wrong, y'all was sitting there laughing with them. So I guess you was part of it. Remember what I said? When there's a puzzle, if you a piece of that puzzle, you a part of the puzzle. It's that simple. It's that simple. I can watch whatever I want. True. Facts. But when I'm in it, like, give me more, then I'm a part of it. When I'm calling you earlier before you go on and give you some information to put on that show to tell you about, I'm a part of it. But what puzzle do you want to be a part of? Do you want to be real puzzles that help some, or you want to be the puzzles of the bullshit? And I want to be a puzzle that really helps some. I want to be a piece of that puzzle. I've been a piece of the bullshit puzzle. I've been there before. I ain't never been no gossiper to just go and gossip people down. I go tell facts in somebody's face. So me, I was the type, if I was going to say something about, so like if I was going to tell something about Bossy and we did it, I'm going to do it right there in that room. Bossy sitting there. I ain't going to do it behind the back. I'm going to sit right there and say, hey, Bossy be sitting here lying on my, I'm going to say it right in your face. I'm not going to be, hold on, let me call you. And then when you confront me, I'm going to say, well, I didn't say all that. What I had said is, no, I'm going to say exactly what I said. Because people will switch up what you said. You'll be like, oh, I think he killed. They say, you in love with him. I ain't say all that. I said he killed. I said, oh, I didn't like what she just did on that live. You going to go tell her? I said, I hate her. I ain't even say all that. Because I don't even think about it that much. I love everybody. Right now, that's what I'm trying to do, because right now I'm too close to the other side that if I take time to still hate on people or hate people, then it's going to make me sometimes hate people that I shouldn't, because they're going to have a little similar thing to that person I hate, and I'm going to push them in the same pile. So right now I'm loving them. And here's the thing. I love on people so much that when I can't be around them or their energy ain't right, I love them so much I get away from them. You ever heard the saying, you got to love it enough to let it go? And if it's meant to be, it'll come back right. I know one thing is, hey, so many people around here, I just can't stand such and such, but you watch every move they make. Come on, y'all. There's something about you like, just say it. Because if I watch something, I'm going to tell y'all I watch it. When I can't watch it, I'm going to tell you, nope, couldn't do it. Yeah, like I said, there's some chats I would never say hello in, because your chat is out of control. Your chat will have people in there, firing off, and I'm not going to do that, because I'm not here to disrespect nobody's panel, channel, or chat. You heard me? I'm not here to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't care about it. If I feel like I need to come in your chat and be disrespectful, I need to not be in your chat. I need to not watch you. Yeah, you have to pay attention to how people treat others. When I was young, I used to say, if a man don't have no respect for his mama, he'll never have respect for me. If a man ain't taking care of his kids, what are you gonna do for me? If he can't take care of the seeds that came out his body, that are 23 chromosomes. No, there's no way. So if I'm sitting around a chick and all her ex-friends, all she doing is telling me all the gossip about them, all the dirt that I didn't know, have a clue about, then I know what she gonna do with me. That's why I say half the people that people are calling friends, they frenemies. I can't sit with nobody and call you a friend and know that once upon a time I lost somebody in my family and you was making jokes about it. My friend would never do that to me. Like I told you, I had a buddy for 30 years and we ain't cool no more. And I'm not sitting here telling y'all nothing. I'm not even telling y'all nothing bad about it. You know why? Because, baby, that means she's still in my energy. She's still living in my body. She's still living in my mind. She's still taking space out of my heart that has love to put hate. Fuck that. She taught me a lesson. I learned it. She showed me who she was. I believed her. And then secondly, you know what? I'm glad I had her in my life back in those days, because back in then when I was 16 through 20, she was one of the only people that could get me not to do something. True story. I had took a bunch of bottles and made like cocktails. You know what I'm saying? Tells you like bombs. I'm keeping some real shit to you. And I was gonna go say this bitch would not fucking keep my name out her mouth. So my goal was to set her house on fire so they come running outside, you know, and I deal with it from there. I'm being honest. I'm keeping it a buck with you, a buck with you. And it was her, man. Talked me dead off the ledge. I mean, I had about 4-5 bottles ready. I was just gonna put them in my car. It was gonna be just like, you know, on that Bronx Tale. You know, I remember when the kids they ride, they finna go do that to go set that black club on fire, but they end up one of the cocktails get lit too soon, and they end up setting themselves on fire. But anyway, I was literally like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it." And when they come running out, I'm gonna handle all them. Since everybody got something to say in that house, I want the whole house outside. I want the cat outside. I want the roaches if they up in that bitch. I want them to come on outside with you. So yeah, I was gonna do it, and she talked me off. It was some things like I said, because man, I was buck. And I'm not talking buck. I was sleeping around. I'm not talking. See, people gonna say that because you had kids. No. I was a buck. I was a buck. Like when they call the goon squad, I'm one of the people you gonna call. Like I was a buck. Wow. And on that type of shit. Like I don't play no games. You put my name in your mouth, I'm gonna put my fist down your throat. I'm gonna make you remember my name forever. Everybody gonna talk about me forever with you because they're gonna say your jaw still is crooked because you kept on messing with that girl and she told you to leave her alone. So I was thankful to God that I had as a friend back then. So maybe that was our season. So I'm glad she was in my life. You know what I mean? I wouldn't spit on her if she was on fire right now, but I'm glad she was in my life. You understand me? So you gotta know, you gotta take it where it is. Take it for what it was. Ask yourself, why was it that one time you were so low that you was hanging with this person that you telling me now is the lowest person in the world? Because once upon a time, you were low enough to be with them. And so yeah. So I've just learned in life. So that's why when I tell y'all, man, me sit on here and fight on here with a bunch of people that's gonna call and make police reports, and you know what I mean. After they started with me, I'm a pass. I'm a pass. I don't care who making them. I don't care because they really gonna make a report because I'm gonna pull up. You gonna make a statement. Let me tell you something. When I go to a city, especially when you talk about my city, you start talking about where you at, I know just where you at. You start talking about where you going, I'm gonna know just what town it is. I know my city. I know all of Cook County. I know, I know DuPage. I know Cook. I know man. I know my city. I know my city. You can't be out here. Don't be out here. Oh, I stopped by the such and such. Oh, I was on this. I was on that street. I'm gonna know what was on the street. I'm gonna name you the four corners because I'm gonna know just where you at. But if you in another city, don't turn that camera on because I'm going to Google search where I saw you at, so I know just where to pull up. So you stop at that store every day, and so do I. But I'm never gonna get to that level because I'm not gonna allow no one to pull me back to a place that not only do I not want to go, they don't want to go neither. I'm not gonna allow nobody do that because that don't make me tough. That means I was going batshit crazy. That means I learned to fight unfair and never stopped. That's how I look at stuff like that. Like, oh, you know what? You got to get it together. Oh yeah, the pull-ups. Pull up. You know, around here they'll just say you pulled up. I saw a car. I guess it was Danny. He'd be like, huh? It was a car. I ain't even driving. Nah, I'm gonna pull up. You gonna know it's Danny. You're gonna turn that camera on because you're gonna prove it was Danny because I was right there. And here's what I think, because don't think that I do anything that I see. When you'll do something, you better believe other people will do it times two. So since I'm telling y'all that's what I do, in my mind, even if you ain't the person to do it, in my mind, you better be. That's what you'll do too. You gonna pull up too, so let me pull up first. But in reality, I'd prefer you pull up on me. My constitutional rights will really hold grounds then. Come pull up on me. Please. You know, that's how you be feeling. When people want to do, you be like, please, please, can I just move next door to you so you don't have to pull up far? Just pull up to me. I don't want to be on that shit. Like I said, and people on here, they be there, oh, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. And somebody be like, I got your address. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. You know what, guys? You know how many content creators I've seen in the mess and then heard them say, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of this because I don't want to hurt my family. Then why are you doing the shit you're doing? You hurting your family, you embarrassing your family, you embarrassing yourself. That's what I'm telling you. Don't talk about it. Because see, when you come from, and that's any of us, if you come from real places, when people say pull up, they mean it. When I was younger, this girl told somebody, I can't stand Danielle, man. Don't worry. I know some people that have her dead. Hey, they ran that message right back to me. We kicked in her back door. Of course, it's her mama's back door because she was young. But here's your chance. Here's your chance. I done gave you a reason. Here's your chance. And they moved. And like I said, none of these stories make me tough. Because let me tell you something. On the other flip side, when you live like that, you catch casualties too. And that's for anybody. No matter how tough you are, you catch casualties. I got buddies who took 2 to the forehead. I mean, it's real life. Both ways. Like I said, I got several buddies that did over a dime in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways. Don't think you just did this and everybody you got innocent. It was just innocent. It's just you just did it and you got away with it. No, I mean you caught shit and sometimes you didn't. But like I tell people, I ain't no killer. First of all, I would never confess if I was, because murder never dies. But I've never murdered nobody. That's my word. But like Tupac said, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. And that's to anybody. I believe everybody's like that. You might not a kid, but don't push nobody. Why you want to keep poking the bear? Why do y'all want to keep poking the bear? And on here, that's all people do is poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear. And then the bear goes, rah. And then everybody's, oh my God, I can't believe that bear is growling. I can't believe, somebody go put that bear to sleep because that bear is growling. But you've been sitting there poking him, taunting him, teasing him. Hey, VTACs. I'm having a eye day. My eye is focusing and tearing. I mean, it's open, so let me not complain about it. It's just been tearing up a lot. So that's why I'm not on cameras. But eyes here, sis. Hold on 1 second. Papa P. Here. Come on. Come on. Wait. No. Go ahead, boo. I'm going back in the living room. Look at me just lying. I'm going back in the living room. I just told Bub, go ahead. I'm going back in the living room. I said, look at you lying. I ain't got no living room. But yeah, around here, people will have you pull back your street card out of retirement and shit. You be like, damn, I done retired my jersey, and they gonna make me put it back on. But see, one thing I know about real life, y'all, on some real shit. One thing about real life is just like the person who go back and do the drug one more time and ends up being their last time. I'm not gonna let somebody pull me into some shit I got out unless I'm ready to die for it. Unless I'm ready to do a whole bid for it. If I am, if you push me to that, then there's certain things that I always say to myself. The only thing you can take, one of the sayings I live by, anybody who knows me knows, is the only thing you can take from me is my freedom. And believe that. That's it. That's it. That's it. You take my life and my soul is going to continue to live. It is impacted, and people will live on with what I believed in because of that. So I already know that. I know that. Good as I know my name. But yeah, but on here, woo wee. It just be. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, because ain't nobody mess with me on here like that. I think the worst treatment I ever got, and that's why I ended up doing that video on Sherelle's, about Sherelle, was the worst treatment I ever got, like, in these, well, other, because even when they were doing it to Ty Couture, they were doing it to him and his husband, and then his new boyfriend, who I hated so much. But anyway, the worst I ever did was through Sherelle's chat. And that's just real talk. And so it just was getting bad. You know what I'm saying? I was like, first of all these little Captain Saver hoes, you know what I'm saying? I can't do them. All these Johnny Cochrans, I don't do that. Don't come to me defending somebody so hard that it sounds like you talking about yourself. Have them come speak for themselves. I told y'all in one of my first videos that I did live, I said, I'm the type to tell you, don't come give me the message. Go get your chief. Send me your chief. Send me your chief. Don't send me the flunkies. Don't have your flunkies come tell me shit. Because I'm going to ignore them so much that Chief going to have to come say something. Because Chief going to be like, what did she say when you said something? They going to say, she didn't even respond. She left my message on unread. I don't even know if she read it. And Chief going to say, damn, how do I get through to her? You speak for yourself. That's how you get through to me. You send your flunkies getting ignored. You send your minions getting checked. You send your goofies, I'm just laughing. Real talk. This is how this is gonna go down. Well, like I said, to each his own. But I see a lot of that on here. I see a lot. No, I should have known, y'all. Look, me know. You think you own everything I do? Look, yeah. I just came and laid down here in this bed and look, okay. Now he been minding his business, chilling. Stop before you push a button. You always never get off my computer. You always want to play when nobody even playing with you. Who playing with you right now, boo? Sorry, y'all. He said he just wanted to come over here and let everybody hear him breathing next to the computer. There was nothing else he wanted to do at this moment but that. I tell you, I don't know what to do with this child. But yeah, but the internet is just a part of like a part of life. It's just like high school. It's just like the other social medias, because you're just dealing with people who are stressed, people who are mad, people who deal with mental and don't address it, people who do address it, but they feel like this is how they're going to make up for all the stuff people did to them, people who are angry, people who are hurt, people who are, abused. It's just a lot of people on here. And it's easier to do it this way because they behind a screen, they're not seen. It's easier to do. It's harder to face to face. You know what I mean? It's harder to sit in somebody's face and be that same, way. And you see that on here. You'll see people talk about each other for months, years, weeks, video after video. You get them face to face on a panel, half the shit they said away from each other, they never even say to each other's face. Half the way they feel something. And you see it all the time. So you'll see it like, somebody will come on here and they'll be doing a live and they talking about somebody, so they go like this. Yeah, and bump Danny. I wish I would catch Danny old bunk ass. Yeah, she be wearing that shirt. She dressed herself. I can't stand her. She make me sick. Oh, bitch. Hope she get hit by a bus. I can't stand her. You know what? Remember when her son went to jail? Oh, they'll be talking about you up a storm. You come hit the link. You come up. And they'll be like, Danny, I just want to let you know, you remember when you had got into it with VT? You be like, wait, you ain't VT. Why the fuck is you up here talking to me about VT? Because when I'm not on your panel, all you got is all these stories I did, said, whatever. Say it to my face. Stop, first of all, let me tell you something. Next time somebody call you and just gossip. Stop and ask that mofo what's going on with them. Just stop them in the middle of their store and say, hey, what's been going on with you? You telling me about everybody else. What's been going on in your life? And watch how they ain't going to tell you nothing about them. Be careful of the person who just want to hear all your business, ain't told you nothing about them. I always tell people, I don't care who you are. I don't tell nobody nothing. I don't care about them telling somebody. Because I learned one thing about people, even when they're not trying to be bad, people talk too much. Loose lips sink ships, and closed mouths don't get fed, but people don't know the difference. But I've seen it where people are literally, you tell them anything, they go tell somebody. So I never tell nothing that I care about anybody tell me. I don't. And as soon as it do get back to me, just show me who you are. And show me that you like a refrigerator, you stay open. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I know. And that's what I've learned. So I don't like people who just gossiping all the time. Just get your gossiping ass out of here, because one day you're going to be gossiping about me. Period. And there's some people out here, like I said, I ain't going to even lie to y'all. I knew that one day it was going to be me and their event. And how I knew it is because I watched it happen with everybody else. So you just know in some things, you're waiting for your turn. I used to have buddies. They'd sit and talk about everybody. And I didn't think they'd ever talk about me. But what you got to realize, when people like that, you're just waiting for your turn. If you hang with a thief who steals from everybody, including his loved ones, you waiting for your turn. You waiting for your turn. That ain't saying something bad about somebody. That's called facts. And fuck the cards never lie. Stats never lie. You know what statistics are? If anybody know what statistics are and how you get to your statistics and you get your stats, you run the stats on some of these people. Put the stats together. Put how many people they done got into it with, how many times they done solved it, how much clout they chased off of it, how they changed exactly, they contradicted completely what they said. Run them stats. You'll see who the people are. I don't see something y'all can't see. Y'all heard of eyes wide shut? Sometimes we walk around here like your eyes wide shut, like people telling you something you didn't know. I'm not afraid when you show me something I know to tell you, like, oh, I knew that already, but you missing a part. Because you showing me this piece, but there's another piece in that same video that nobody's talking about. Like I said, when JY called Brittany nappy-headed, we talked more about how she told him about the Hitler thing. They both were wrong. That she said he hoped he got something by Hitler. It was some sexual assault she wanted. It was wrong. It was wrong as too, but nobody cared about him calling her nappy-headed. Nobody cared. They didn't care. They didn't care. So if you want me to believe people started caring this year, get the fuck out of here. People don't like Britney enough that they don't. See what I mean? Because people don't like Britney. They don't care. Britney was a hot, bubbly mess. Yes. You're a mess. She was a mess. But when she was offended, nobody seemed to care. But then later, I was supposed to be like, oh my God, hold on while I go get my petition boards. No, I'm not. Because that's called cloud chasing. That's not called changing. That's not called standing up for what's right. Just real talk. And then people will justify shit like, oh, well, hold on. Let's not talk about this wrong because let's talk about this wrong. Let's just talk about all the wrongs. Nobody free from talking about it. Like, hey, if you was wrong, you was wrong. It's that simple. And I'm not here to hold it like, oh, I hate you because you was wrong. Oh, I could never trust to like you because you was wrong. Maybe I can. But first, let's accept what you did and let's just not do it again. And then move on. I'm not finna drag into it. If somebody changes what they do, I'm not finna drag and hold you to what you used to be forever. Oh, I'm gonna talk about forever how you used to. Remember when you used to smoke? I'm gonna keep talking about when you used to smoke. You don't even smoke no more, but all I'm gonna talk about is when you used to smoke. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And if I do, it's only gonna be to say, oh my God, I cannot believe it's been 2 years and you still don't smoke. Wow. Look at you. I never thought you'd stop and you did. That's it. I'm not gonna hold you. I remember when you smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and we was like, "Oh, you definitely gonna catch cancer because you got to smoke them 2." What the? I just don't do that. I don't know. Maybe it's me. That's how I feel. And maybe What did you say, Tina? Oh yes, your mamas used to tell you that. Like, if you think they only talking about everybody else, and see people who talk about this, yeah, I'm finna drop some game on y'all. You know, in the words of Bishop Don Juan, you know, the game is to be sold, not told, but I'm about to tell it to you. Real talk. Most people that's in all this mess and stay talking about people, it's a deflection to keep you from talking about them. Just like when you go and people roasting somebody, it's always somebody laughing so hard. They laughing so hard because they want to keep you talking about that person. So they want, oh, you so funny. They want to be your wing man, so you keep talking about them. But where I'm from, when you roasting somebody, that person laughing the loudest, you roast them too. Because they little sneaky ass is trying to pretend like, you know what I mean? They might find it funny, but they really trying to keep it off of them too. So they become the next target. And it keeps going and going, like just like that. Keep laughing the most. Keep doing your co-signing in. You next to get roasted. You are next to get roasted. But that's what you see on here. It be people co-sign, like 1 minute they, oh, you wrong, wrong, wrong. Then later we forgot you was ever wrong, and now you a saint. It's a bunch of sometimes some of these creators are telling a story or playing a video, and in that video, people are cool now, but in the video they was enemies. And you be like, oh my God, this shit is just so fucking convoluted. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Is that my Marianne? Hey, sis. But yeah, you be like, wait a minute, hold on. You are sitting next to each other right now, but y'all talking about each other in the video we playing. People are literally rooting for people like, don't you do that to them. And they did it to them already. I'm like, are we drinking Kool-Aid? Are we all drinking the Kool-Aid? Because nobody sees this but me. Nobody sees this. Nobody sees that there are people out here who've been actually holding so-called evidence that could help us destroy or take down people that they've been holding for years. Why were you holding it if it was so prevalent? Why were you holding it if it could change things? Why were you holding it if it could have helped us? Why were you holding it sitting up in my face and knew they had talked about me for this long? So until we start really addressing, like, hey, if everybody start doing their part, we can stop some of this shit. Just do your part. Don't worry about the rest of it. You ain't gonna change none of these people. They gotta change themselves. And some of them, since they all thirsty clout chasers, the thing is, if you stop giving them clout, you'll watch them feather. They're gonna be like the wicked witch, like somebody just threw water on them. Just, I'm melting. I'm melting. That's how their whole career gonna go. You're gonna see it, and you're like, damn, I didn't even know they melt like that. I just ignored them. Or you'll hear about them. It's people on here that 1 minute I was hearing about them, and all you heard about is they masked what they was doing. I ain't never watched one of their things, or may watch one of their things. Some of them I might have watched one of their things, but you was hearing about them, hearing the shady shit they was doing. And you look up now, and them people ain't even got pages no more. And if they are out here, they one of those, once again, people who done came under a different name. Now, here's where I say come under a different name. If you were on here clowning and acting a fool, and you left, and you wanted to come back and decide, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do it totally different. I don't want to be attached to nothing I was attached to before. Then come back as your different person. I could understand that. But when you doing it so that you could go into somebody's chat and be messy, but pretend like it's not you, you're goofy and you're a lame. And you should really find some better shit to do with your time and your energy, because that's lame. Ain't nobody on here so important, even if they was talking about me. Even if right now all y'all just send me a message to my phone and say, oh, Danny, this at 5 minutes this person was saying this, and at 7 minutes this person was saying this, and 16 minutes this person was saying this. You know what I think? Damn. I hope they had an orgasm with as much as they keep me on them. I must turn them on. I stay on their conversation. I'm not even talking about it, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it moving. Because people like that, they want this reaction. They want you to be talking about them. But right now, I'm not putting no names to nobody. I'm talking about actions. On YouTube, all over it, you have clout chasers who we are giving the clout to. You are watching their videos. If these clout chasers go live, 800 people gonna go jump up in the chat swearing you hate them. Well, show them. I hate you so much, I don't. If I told you, oh, it's this restaurant, yeah, they got good food, but they real racist. They stand by saying they hate black people. They want all Mexicans to die. They want this, and then you say, well, I'm not gonna support them. But then every time I look up you ordering food from them, you are supporting them. So if you telling me somebody's a racist, you telling me somebody's a this, you telling me somebody's a that, then why the hell is you in their shit? Why are you watching them do anything? I don't want to hear them say anything. I don't want to hear what they talking about. I don't want to know. But you know who all gonna be up in there? All of the people who say they against it. You giving them their power. Like I said, think about it. If we start naming serial killers, people gonna be able to name that serial killer, what city they was in, what year that was. They're gonna be able to tell you everything, what they look like, how many years they got. You gonna be able to tell me all that. And the same people, unless they go Google it when I say it, they ain't gonna be able to name me one of their victims. Because we love to just keep talking about the bad. We give the bad power. We just keep all remember when they did this, 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 but nothing's happening. We just talking about what they did. We all know what they did. We all know they ain't shit. But we also the reason why they so big too. Because there's people over in this sector that are so big in this sector and nowhere else nobody even know them. Could care less to know them. In other sectors, they hear about it and they ready to cause an uproar, and we sitting here encouraging it. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what my phone just did. Look, I don't know how my phone just jumped on to the Wi-Fi at the hotel. I keep my phone on my own Wi-Fi. I'm wondering, like, why is my phone acting funny and freezing? Freezing up. Because I was trying to read the comments. And I was trying to figure out why my phone was freezing up. But then I looked and it's trying to connect to the hotel's Wi-Fi. No, you're not. My phone stays on the Wi-Fi. I have it on. Show. Look, show. Show. Let's see what y'all saying. It's a web of confusion. It's a web of confusion. It is. It's a web of confusion. It'd be a web of lies. It's a web of see me, but don't see nobody else. Here's the thing. If I'm judging right from wrong, you know what I mean? Then I see what's wrong. So I see it on everybody who's wrong. I don't but what people around here want to do is only see what was done to me. Don't see what I've done. Don't say nothing about what I've done. Don't only see what I'm doing. Or it was a bunch of wrong shit going on. Because on half of these chats, most times, 9 times out of 10, everybody on the panel wrong. Done did some wrong. You know what I'm saying? But yet, what we gonna do is we gonna wait to see who do the worst, and that's all we gonna talk about. Now we gonna talk about all this shit from worst to the least worst, because all of them bad. All of them bad. And no matter what's going on in the last 2 years, the biggest race that keeps getting talked about, dogged out, disrespected, and degraded is mine. Every time. We don't even have to have nothing to do with it. It could be straight white people arguing with white people, and they'll start degrading black people in the threats to each other. And you be like, wait a minute, how did I get in this shit with y'all? How I get in your shit? How did you decide to make fun of us talking about each other? I told y'all, Rio did a lot of things, and he did some things that was a hot mess, and he did some wrong things. And I'm never gonna say he didn't, but I know for a fact one of the things Rio did that a lot of people weren't doing on here was Rio called out a lot of people on actually what they was doing at the time they were doing it. And I also watched them. There are a couple of people who are subscribers who were in chats calling him a bitch, in the N word. They was calling him that, and people still covered up for him or act like it didn't happen. Or if you brought it up in the chat, they get here come the excuses. Oh no, he was so pressured. Do you know what he had said to such and such? Do you know? But two wrongs ain't never gonna make a right. And that's what's wrong. People don't want to act like what. Oh yeah, he wrong. He wrong. It's 2 left feet. But all y'all wrong. I told it to him all that. You know what I mean? Calling white women's CKs and stuff. Come on now, it's just too much. If you don't like somebody, say I don't like you and call them by their name and then call them a bunch of other names. But just me to join your race, because when I say I don't like you because of your race, then I don't like nobody in your race. Because what do I pick and choose the blacks I like when I don't like blacks? Do I pick and choose the Mexicans I don't like when I don't like Mexicans? Do I pick and choose the, you know what I mean? The Asians I don't like when I don't like Asians. No, your ass just don't like them at all. Stop pretending. Stop faking with some of them like you cool when you don't like none of them. Because when you disrespect one, you disrespect all. If I go to somebody and say, "Oh, all lesbian," I mean, you a lesbian, so you this, then that means all lesbians must be that. Because I just said because you're a lesbian, you're this. So if I say if you black, you on crack, then that means I think all blacks must be on crack. But then if you say to somebody, well, we know lots of Caucasians use drugs, and that's why we get them smart. You know what I mean? Don't think just if my people is the only people getting high, they be no. You better take them senses, baby. Then now I'm a racist. But you was just degrading mine, and I just dropped a fact. Just like when there's a lot more black girls are having abortions, and that's like, girl, you better stop lying. Drop me facts or don't drop me nothing. And on here, people drop opinions. In my opinion, there's no fact based on an opinion. In my opinion. No, here's a fact. It's a hot bubbly mess all over these streets. It's a hot bubbly mess, and it's such a hot bubbly mess that even when you do right, here come people to make you wrong. Here come people to fuss and bust. Here come people with they hating, jealous spirits. Here come, and I don't know, y'all. Is it me or on YouTube? Do everybody count everybody else's money? Yeah, they did it live and they got like $252.68 in super chats. And then I don't know exactly what they got in the cash out because they didn't say them all out loud, but I know they announced at least $85 in cash. You'd be like, oh my God, why am I counting their money? Are they going to give me some? Are they splitting it down the middle with me? Why am I counting it? Because I don't care. You could have 9,000 super chats come up and I won't never notice. When Rio had his birthday, I didn't notice. Oh my God, how much is that? Let me add up that. Hold on, let me look at the Blue Book value of that. Let me add that up. Oh, a super chat just came in. Let me add that to us. I didn't, but there were people who literally to this day will say like, "Oh, he got like this much in gifts." Were you counting them with your jealous ass? Because what I thought was wow, that shows you a 360 because Charlotte and the Web and all those people. I remember when all that was going on. I remember when he originally made the statement. I remember when him and JJ was when he was disrespecting JJ, and then when they got back cool, and then when she said, "You know what? This is past my boundaries. I'm gonna step away." I remember all of that. But here's the thing: we'll tell the pieces of the story. Oh yeah, because it's just this one thing. No, I remember the whole story. I remember. I remember the day Amber brought John Yates onto Sharia World. And I thought, ain't that dude who called Brittany a nappy headed? Oh, this might be toxic. I remember. I remember when I noticed that, John Yates and them about to fall out. I could tell at the Saturday night when they would do that Saturday Night Live and we'd be kicking it and it was like the kickback, the after show, and we'd be kicking it, he'd be talking, he'd get cut off. I mean, first of all, everybody get cut off on that panel. But I could see it in his eyes. I could see it in his eyes. And one of the things I would notice is every time he was getting ready to fall out, somebody could see it in his eyes. Mm-hmm. I done seen people over the last 2 years literally fall out with each other. Truly, 1 minute I was all on your ass, A1 and everything you said. Then you spoke to somebody I didn't like, and I was like, you know what? Now I'm turning on you for good. And then the same shit I was saying you didn't do before, now I'm gonna say you do it. I'm so confused on what goes on YouTube. This shit is the Twilight Zone. This shit is the Twilight Zone. And then it'd be so many people trying to pretend like, oh no, it's just how it be on YouTube. Because you allow it. Everything done on here is done because people allow it. Go into those areas where they don't allow it. They don't allow it, period. People allow this because they want this. They want to be all knee deep in the shit. I swear, if you took the if you took half of the people that's been in all the shit out of YouTube right now, some people will lose, amen, because they wouldn't even know what to do next. Or they just go looking for somebody else to attack. But of course, it's got to be somebody weak, but somebody with a little juice. Somebody with this, but not a lot of this. You know what I mean? Somebody with some mouth, but they'll bag up. Somebody who will be your friend and be your enemy. Somebody who'll call you and cuss you out. I don't want no friends like that, y'all. Y'all want some friends like that? Because I don't want no friends like that. I don't. Like I said, if you getting, my relationship with anybody is building, because that's how you build relationships. To know that you really love somebody, you got to go through ups and downs and know that I'm still willing to be here. I'm still willing to give this a chance. I'm still willing for us to grow and be better. You know what I mean? I want to see my friends lift up, not go down. So if somebody is doing the opposite of that, we ain't gonna build no friendship. I can respect you and speak to you, but I ain't building shit with you. Because I know it'll be built on faulty grounds. So that means it could be destroyed at any second. And that's what half of y'all friendships are. They built on some shitty grounds, and that's why they blow like the wind. As soon as the wind blow, they fall apart, then they back together, then they fall apart, then they back together. I'd be like, oh, I don't want no friends like that. Hey, dude. Your hair feels filthy. What? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when your hair feel like that, be like, my hair. Like if it's a hot day and my hair sweats a lot, I feel like my hair is so dirty. I have to wash it. But see, I can't wash my hair all the time, but you know what I mean. But when it's like that, I have to wash it. Anytime I take my hair down from doing it, I wash it, let my hair breathe. Which I have my the '90s barbecue from my school is Friday, so of course I'm gonna go by because even though I didn't graduate from there, one, I am the ambassador of the documentary. So one, from that school. Two, I went there. Three, you know what I mean? One of my peeps is throwing it. And two, four, who don't want to see me there? You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. But I'm not going to the big barbecue because I don't like being around a lot of people like that. I'm gonna go to some of those smaller events and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what I'm telling you. Ain't nothing worse than when your hair feel like that. Like right now, I'm taking my hair down tomorrow, and I'm gonna do my hair for the event. I'm gonna do my hair tomorrow, and I'm gonna take it, but I'm gonna take my hair down. Probably, I might even take it down tonight. I might take my hair down tonight, and I'm gonna wash it because like around my hair to me feels dirty because I'm like, oh, I just need to wash my hair. I need to take these braids from under this hair, like so. I know that feeling of my hair feeling dirty because I was thinking that this morning. Hmm. It's called America to Me. Like I said, it's on Stars. Stars owns it. And like I said, even when I did America to Me, I went out there to California. We had an event at the Beverly Hills Hotel where they did Pretty Woman. We had an event for me and my son on the roof of that hotel. And let me tell you something. While I was out there, I met the big times from Stars, from the network. Like met them personally, held conversations. The wife of the man who was one of the big times from Stars, her daughter came because she had a crush on my son. They sat next to me while we did the screening and told me I will always have a relationship with Stars. Oh, we doing good. Oh, you talking to Doom. How are your doggies? But yeah, like I said, it's the foundation that these relationships are built off of. And some people, honestly, things have happened to them that to me, they shouldn't have to dwell in them. They shouldn't have to sit them. Y'all, hold on, let me show y'all the camera so y'all can see this spoiled little rosy woozy. Hold on, where is it? See, you gotta even have your eyes to see the air look. I can't, y'all. I can't too much. I can't. Anyway, so I'm sitting here patting this little baby because he's just a baby. But anyway, yeah, it's the foundation, but it's some things that happen on here where no, you shouldn't be dwelling in it forever. You should be able to move on and go on with your life, and people should be able to leave you alone, and you shouldn't be so hurt. But it's so many people on here that are so hurt that they're not gonna stop till they get their lick back. Just they won't stop, and they don't realize they done got their lick back 100 times, and you don't realize when you're that hurt, you start hurting people who have nothing to do with who you're trying to hurt. So when people are jumping out and they disrespecting people's financials, they disrespecting this, it's a lot of people who have financial difficulties. So whether they living in a house, I'm in this hotel and there are people in this hotel, you'd be surprised how many of them get up and work real jobs every day, but you don't know what somebody's circumstance is. But it's the things that go on here. Like I said, it's some people on here that when I look at the people they kicking it with and talking to, I think to myself, I feel so sorry for you. I feel so sorry for you that your only freedom is going to come when you side together with something that has helped to destroy you. Because there's some people out here, believe it or not, they hanging with people who put out, like for instance, this is I gotta say it, 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 I gotta say it. Every time I hear anyone say that finger in the fish bullshit to Amber or about Amber, or they even say it, I just think to myself, one, how disrespectful that is on a woman, and two, I could never be cool with a motherfucker who got somebody dogging my name out like that. You have young children. One day they may turn on this internet to look up their mom, and it could be years later, and something that disrespectful come up about your parent. This is shit that goes on here. That I be like, and that's not no knock on Sugar, because here come because you say anybody name and you ain't saying, oh, praise it be their name. Then somebody come like they need to check you about it. No, I'm just being honest. I'm just saying in real life, some of the stuff that goes on here, even though you squashing it, it ain't squashed because people still referring to it. There's some people who don't even know. Like for instance, I guarantee Amber can't come up on Sherelle channel and not get her whole chat going bananas. You know why? Not because Amber did something wrong. Not because Sherelle did something wrong by forgiving Amber or making amends with Amber. But because for months they heard you say things that'll make them say, I wouldn't trust that person as far as I could throw them. So why are you being cool? And if you could be cool for a common ground, then you could have been cool enough just for y'all to mind your own business and take anything down I was saying about you. And I just used them as an example of things that have been going on in these last couple of years. So, like I said, once again, not tainting on that. They friends, that's cool. Glad you squashed it. That took a lot of bigness because there was a lot of dirty in that whole fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, and that fight led to other fights that led to other fights that led to other fights. You know what I'm saying? We still fighting some of them fucking fights. And you see what I mean? How it'll be squashed at the top and the bottom still fighting. Still being brought up in reference. And you be like, damn, y'all, can we just move on? That's why I was so glad that day when Jolene even said something about that. Like, y'all, you know how disrespectful it is to say that about a woman, her and anybody else. I hate when anybody refer to a woman as smelling like fish. Because even when I done smelled a woman and they've been in a room and they might have had a yeast infection, Lord knows that stank. Even when I smell that, I can't say it smelled like fish. I don't know many women that smell like fish, whether it's fresh fish, dirty fish, old fish. I don't know many that smell like fish. I ain't been that close to a fishy smelling one, but I can't stand when anybody says that about a woman. And I can't stand when anybody sex shames a woman. What she does with her vagina herself is her business. So any of that. So like I said, so I just use that as an example because that's one of those things that'll never shake. Because I still be hearing that sometimes to this day. The other day, somebody talking about somebody I guess on here is called Stinky Fish. I guess it's some new subscriber, something fish. And literally, I was watching the chat and they were like, "Wait, what you talking about, Amber?" You know why? Because somebody done put that nasty, disgusting shit out in the world about somebody, and it don't just shake away because people say, "Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya." No, because it's still people that's gonna keep feeding it, keep talking about it, keep bringing it up, keep making sure you say it, keep knowing this war on here is so dirty that you don't know, should I believe you? Because today you saying I shouldn't like this person, but next month y'all might be friends. So I'm telling anybody and everybody, if you don't like what somebody's doing, then you choose it because yourself. And if you know what I mean, we gotta be free thinkers. I told y'all yesterday I was watching a live. We're on the live. Half the people, the stuff they were saying 4 months ago, they aren't even saying today. Matter of fact, they're saying the total opposite today. And you're like, wait, what? Wait, what? You know why? Because people think we're so stupid that they're going to say one thing, then say something else, and we're going to forget. I'm going to tell y'all, when all this stuff was going on, I used to watch everybody. So if I told y'all, here are the people that I never watched. I never watched Damsey. Never watched her. Never watched her. Never watched her. Never watched her. Because when I started hearing her name, everything I heard was racist. So I never wanted to give her any of my fucking time or energy. And that meant even those of y'all who run up and watch people's whole video incognito, you might as well watch it off incognito because you're still giving them your energy, your time. You know what I mean? And you gonna leave, because some people will leave from a chat with somebody they so-called support and love to go watch the bullshit they so-called hate. Stop feeding the fire with wood, y'all. Just stop yourself. That's who we can be responsible for, is ourself. And there's a bunch of y'all wanting people to do shit you're not even gonna do yourself. It's people who be like, don't be over up in such and such chat, but they be up over there watching it. I remember when I got into it with Real, that day AT2 went live. And when he went live, he was saying how, if any of my people are over at Real's, don't be over here if you over there. And the worst part about that is he was saying that and he was still the fuck over there. Not only was he over there, they went up on each other's panel again. Real was still coming on his panel to a couple of months ago. How are you ever going to be telling somebody in your chat don't be somewhere that you be? And then some people are telling their subscribers, don't be over there, but go over there, because you can run over there and go get me a clip, you little flunky. Run your flunky ass up over there and go get me some information, you little flunkies. Not me. I'm never going to ask y'all to go get me shit. I'm never going to tell y'all to go put yourself in something that's going to bring your energy down and bring your load down. Don't worry. If I want to see it, I'm going to go watch it myself. If any of these lives ever were publicly put out, you better believe I probably seen them myself. So usually if you call me about something that's on that, if you call me about shit going on in the background, I don't know nothing about it. But if you call me about something that was out here, I seen it with my own two eyes. I seen it. Because like I said, I watch everybody. I watch everybody. If I started reading off all the people that I watch, got some of y'all ain't gonna know half of it. I be everywhere. And I don't be everywhere to start a mess. I don't be everywhere. But like I said, half of the people in this sector that I'm subscribed to because of the bullshit. Like I said, when I was subscribed to Sherelle didn't like Katie Joy. I had no idea who the fuck Katie Joy was. So then I went over to Katie Joy's page. And honestly, I know that there's a whole community that can't stand her. I know she has a lot of things about her. I know. But what I'm about to say has nothing to do with those things, and it doesn't mean these things about her that have been said aren't true or are true. But this is my opinion on her. What made me finally subscribe to her after going to watch and see, is she this filthy? Is she this crazy? The first interview I saw was her and Amber doing an interview together. That's the first interview I ever watched of Katie Joy's. Then I watched that Katie Joy was one of the only people, especially of the Caucasians, who was even bringing up George Floyd, what was going on, the looting, Minnesota, just honestly talking about that. She actually did a video to give respect to all these people who were killed by the police, all these African Americans, and that gained respect from me. Respect gets respect. And so I subscribed to her, and she literally put a comment when I subscribed to her. Whoa, it took a lot to get you, because I wasn't subscribing. But that's what made me. So I got to Katie Joy that way. Then, like I said, so then Sherelle would talk about this Steve McRae and how she had just clicked with Steve McRae. But then I'll be hearing this other stuff. So I'm like, who is Steve McRae? I go over to Steve McRae's. I see Steve McRae doing an interview with Amber. I said, whoa, wait a minute. So now I'm starting to say, I see Amber. Like I said, I could go on. And this is how we're going to go around this thing. So now I'm subscribed to Steve McRae. I'm subscribed to Katie Joy. I'm subscribed to Sherelle. And in this. So like I said, then John Yates comes on. He's starting his channel. He's saying how my YouTube channel isn't doing like my what you call it, you'd expect, because I have so many people on Instagram and my YouTube would be growing. I said, well, let me subscribe to his YouTube. I subscribed to his YouTube. Perry started his YouTube. I subscribed to their YouTube. Let me see, because I'm just thinking how these people led to another person. So finally, when we get to like 82, that whole thing was going on with Andrew. 82 did a live. He popped up on my recommendations. I watched his live. I put some comments in there. I told him how when I was going to school, it was about law, which is the truth. I really believe in knowing the laws, and I know that on YouTube, you cannot have a minor on there without their parents' permission. Their parents would have to know. And then with some of the conversations they got led to in there, it was inappropriate for him to be on there. And I don't care if it was Sherelle or somebody else. I'm going to say that because wrong is wrong and right is right. It wasn't something against her. And so, and then I remember the next thing you know, all these people coming up in 82 chat, almost like, because here come that goons, that mentality, that mob mentality that they run through YouTube with. You know what I'm saying? Well, we finna come through your shit. We finna come through your chat and talk shit. We finna come. And I said, what is people doing around here? So then I started watching 82. 82 would have the Dear Yvette singing that Patti LaBelle song. And I said, I'm gonna subscribe to her. I subscribed to Tanner Key for AT2. I subscribed to so then one day 82 had Real and Beast Boy on there. Beast Boy BX. And I was already subscribed to him, because when he came on to do the thing with Katie Joy and he put it on his channel, and they started a beef with each other, I was actually subscribed to him from that. So I just never subscribed. And I'm actually still subscribed to one of his pages right now. Because what I do respect about him is that he voices his opinion, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. So like I said, so all these people, that was a chain of things. So then Real gets into it with BX on the panel, and then Real goes on to Katie Joy's, and that's how he starts the whole thing with 82. I did not agree with Real putting out that video about 82, and I told him, when you are disrespecting the LGBT community like that, you're disrespecting more than just 82. You are. And so even though I'm not in the community, I'm going to stand for my father in the community. I will be his voice because I am his seed. So therefore I came and I said something to him. But anyway, so like I said, so I didn't end up subscribing to Real until like 2-3 months before he got his channel took down, like right after his birthday, because I realized like I said, I got love for mostly everybody. I still got love for Real. But once again, when we talk about this chapter, most people who don't like me, it's some content creators. I've been on a panel. I talked. I was a supporter. I never did anything rude. Now, I ain't never sent them no money. You know what I'm saying? But I've sat on their panels, and some of them don't like me, and they truly just don't like me because I'm being nice to somebody else that they don't like. And that is so immature and stupid, because let me tell y'all something, as a subscriber and as a content creator. Many of the content creators I watch have had somebody in their chat or on their channel who is downright disgusting. And you know what Danny's never done? Give a fuck. I've never cared, because I came for you. So when I come for you, I got tunnel vision. I don't see past you. And if your chat got somebody in I don't like, I just don't be in the chat. I'll watch it and I just won't be in the chat. That's it. I don't have to make no disclaimers. I'm there. That's all that count. But like I said, so it's got people who don't. But all this, everybody I'm subscribed to. So then, like I said, so then Real went over into that chat and made that, when they was talking about, what's that boy's name? Something Paul, Jake Paul, or whatever, and his whatever, that big YouTuber, and his sexual assault on this girl. And he went up into that chat and made inappropriate statements. So then it would start the war between him and Charlotte with the web. And I mean, all kinds of stuff was going on. Oh, her parents were slave masters. Oh, she's on slaves. Oh, this. And then it was people. It was somebody, their name had something to do with a cop. They was like a cop's wife or something. I can't remember. But it got ugly. And Real just started. But so like I said, in this process, I said, you know what? Instead of me hearing what people keep saying, I'm going to go to these people's channel and watch exactly what they say. I'm going to watch and see. And some people, when I watched them, I actually liked them and I subscribed. And some people I just watch so that I'm not always going off the gossip. And I hate when people just got to give you a clip. That clip tells me what you wanted me to hear. but I need to hear what was before. I need the context before and after. Yeah, I need to know what the other people in that panel were saying too. You know what I'm saying? I need the whole shebang. But yeah, that's how I've got subscribed to all these people. And then, like I said, and then when when Amber did that birthday for Heidi, I really liked that. I really thought that was nice. And what I thought was nice about it wasn't not even thinking about the gifts, just in showing, everybody loves to get love on their birthday and be noticed and be talked about. So I thought that was just nice. And like I said, so I subscribed, and then Amber was into her channel, and I had went into one of her old videos where she was making some food with kids, and I just told her, like, hey, here's the thing. If you stand in who you are, you know what I mean? Fuck everybody. That's the truth. Even if we did wrong, I'm gonna stand in what I did. That's it. I'm taking that power away from you. Like, because at one point, I kid you not, if somebody farted, they'd be like, it was Amber. Somebody breathing wrong, it's Amber. This happened because of Amber. You know that person on there, that's Amber. You know this other person, that's Amber. You know Amber did this. Amber. And I said, damn, you talk about there's Satan, then there's Amber. Like, they won't leave her name alone. So I can understand why she just wanted to get away. Just like I can understand why when she tried to come back and do something else and people just wouldn't let go, why she said, fuck it, I'm gonna put my feet right back in the fire. I can understand that, but I can understand how that shit can be toxic for that to be. If you've been on YouTube for 3 years and 2.5 have been nothing but bullshit, that shit's draining to your soul. It's draining to your spirit. It's draining to your body. It's draining to your crown, Joe. Like, it's just not good. But yeah, when I think about YouTube, like I said, that's how I know who half these people are. And then some people chat, like I said, I would never go on their lives because so many people, oh yeah, I live off my word is my bond. I live off my word is my bond. Loyalty above everything. I got it tattooed on the back of my neck. And I've had that tattoo on the back of my neck since 2010. Like, I'm really about this shit. Yeah, and people don't know what loyalty is. People think loyalty is for the second. I'm loyal for the moment. I was loyal from 2 to 3. Remember, I was loyal last Friday. And you'd be like, I didn't know loyalty had a time on it. They loyalty got one of those. What's some things that you call that you put it up? What's that thing called? You know what I'm saying? You turn it upside down and then do the minutes. What is it? They have one, they do the hour. Anyway, but they like that. That's how their loyalty is. It's ran by those. It just lasts a little bit. Right. If some don't want to miss the message, here's the thing: you don't have to agree with everything somebody says. Nobody does. But just because you disagree, and see, some content creators, they make the subscriber wrong or bad because they disagree. And then some subscribers are mad because you saying something different than what they say. And then sometimes subscribers are saying, like, I'm confused because, a lot of these people say, oh, you can go where you want. These are the content creators. You can go where you want. I don't care. I don't care. Go where you want. You have a freedom to go where you want. Just stay out the mess. You should just stay out the mess. But then they'll be mad because you over somewhere. Because now they spying on you. And I saw you up in their chat every day and you was laughing. You was up in there having a good time, but you decided they weren't a good time. I didn't. And then it's like, hey, here's the truth. Some content creators are telling their subscribers, like, oh, let me tell you everything. When I say these names, I'm using examples. Let me tell you everything Susan did to me. I'm gonna tell you everything Susan did to me. So now all my subscribers like, oh, I can't stand. So they don't even know Susan. I can't stand her. Because they're not hearing all this stuff about what Susan did to you. You done probably came on there and cried about Susan. You done came and said you was gonna quit about Susan. Then 8 months later, here you are with Susan on the panel. And we sitting here and it's gonna be some subscribers gonna say to you, like, why the F is Susan on the panel? And then that content creator gonna act like the subscriber just made up something about Susan. You know what? If you don't have no respect for Susan, you could get up out of here. You can get up out of here. And you'd be like, wait a minute, but you the reason why I don't like Susan, because you was the one who told me all this dirt we didn't know about. Because once again, here come them content creators. They want to tell all their subscribers, hold on, and let me show you these emails, and let me show you this, and you didn't know about this, and let me show you this. But wait, you knew about all this? That's what you should be asking yourself when you listen. When I'm listening to a creator and they tell me about all this stuff they had in their phone, say, so when you were sitting up in their face smiling, you had in your phone that they wasn't shit, but it was okay for them not to be shit then? Oh, okay. Okay. And now I'm supposed to care. You're not using me for your own. And that's what some of these creators do. They use you for their own gain, financial and in the mess. And then later they'll be jumping up. All these messy subscribers. Pay attention to them creators that you hear that everything they talking about is because somebody sent it. And some of these creators, I'm telling you, next time you watching two creators talk about each other, pull up two of your devices. Put both of them. Put one on one device, put the other. And what you're going to learn is don't say a word. They talking to each other because they both sitting there listening to each other while they doing a live. So they are streaming off each other. So they are making a double fool out of all us. And they'll be sitting on their live saying, I don't watch these people. You're watching them right now. Usually when two people that are against each other are on at the same time, I'm watching both. And I'll just pay attention to how they answered each other. I mean, one will just be saying it out their mouth. You ain't shit, and the other one will be responding, well, you're not shit either. But they'll be saying they ain't. Oh, one of my subscribers just sent me what they said. Damn, they sent it so quick that as soon as it came out their mouth, you had it in your. Get your lying ass out of here. You're watching it. You're watching them. You're just an incognito to watch them and then be messy. Just a messy boot. Hold on, I'm seeing if anybody say anything. Oh yeah, they ain't loyal. Ain't no loyalty. And then there's people out here telling you they loyal and they doing unloyal stuff and stuff that people who have loyalty wouldn't do, but they want me to believe they loyal. And then, like I said, half of these people are friends on Monday, enemies on Tuesdays, acquaintances on Wednesdays, setting each other up on Thursday, on you be like, I don't know. None of this is loyal. Like I said, anybody I'm loyal to, I would never do any of this stuff to. Hey, crazy cat mama. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the stuff like that, I would never do this. I couldn't call you my friend and be like, hold on, you my friend. You know that picture you sent me of your kid. I'm gonna go put it on there and do this. You know what you had told me that secret about your health. I'm gonna go on and run it out to somebody else. You remember when you had to, I'm not doing my friend like that. Like I just told y'all about the girl who I was friends with for 30 years. I could tell you, y'all don't even know who she is. And I could tell, and that's what some of these creators do. You don't even know who these people are, and they tell you all this dirt. But I could tell y'all some serious dirt on her before what? For what? Because the truth of the matter is, those aren't the things that made me fall out with her. And that's what you need to know about some of these YouTubers. Some of these content creators that you love to go watch the mess on, the same mess they feeding you, they been had. This ain't new mess, this old mess. This old mess. This is mess they were so-called putting together while they were so-called friends. These are messy people, messy boots, bitter bitches, messy boots. And that goes men and women. It's a messy boots party around here. And loyalty is how loyal they are to getting paid on the 21st. That's where they loyalty lie. You want to know what happened? You know how you know whose loyalty lied to the 21st? Because that's all they talk about. The 21st. They start making their videos on the last day of the pay period. They you know what I mean? They need all the super chats. They count other people's super chats. That they loyalty is to the check. For the love of money, they'll kill your own brother. For the love of money. You'll lie to your mother. And on here, people prove that's the truth. For the love of money, they'll do anything on here. Just like the dude who did the fake plane crash on the internet, just for money and clout. They do anything for clout. They'll do anything for clout. All these mofos on here, some clout chasing clowns. Not all of them, but a good 42%. I ain't even finna put it at 50, 42%. That's right. Like I said, you don't need to come over here and disrespect. And like I said, only hit dogs holler. All I done said is the facts of what goes on all over YouTube. If you feel that's directed to you, then I guess use that hit dog. Now I did bring up the whole Sherelle, but I once again Sherelle Amp didn't say nothing negative about nobody. So I mean, like I said, I ain't here to hurt nobody. But I didn't know telling your truth was hurting people. I didn't know telling you that I'm subscribed to half the people in this sector because of bullshit. Because one of them was being bullied by somebody else because people wouldn't stop dogging their name. They said they name so much. I said, shoot, I feel like Destiny Child. They said they name so much. I'm just going to say it too. I'm going to be a part. I'm going to go watch them. So like Words Have No Power, subscribe to her. I'm just going to name people during the pandemic and do the BS. I subscribe to 82, Words Have Power, Dear Yvette, Real, Charlotte with the Web, Selfie Queen. And Selfie Queen, I saw her on Dear Yvette. She came on Dear Yvette one day, and I was a moderator, and I signed up for her. Who else? Who else is in this? Because, and like I said, I could just look at my thing. And some of them I haven't watched a video in months, but during the stuff, that's how I end up subscribing to them. Because I'm so tired of people talking about this person. Like, I'm just so sick of him. Seawood Moon. Seawood Moon. Who else? 90 Day. Sipping Key. Because like I said, I started watching them when they originally first started. When they did their first thing and Sherelle, second thing, and Sherelle came up there. Like on the panel. Yeah. EKC. Jen Bailey. Who else did I get during this? Because somehow all these names that came up in one or the other's situation. You better believe it. You better fucking believe it. Who else? Tales from the Code. Come get this commentary. I signed up to come get this commentary when she was one of the people with Sparkle Alley. I signed up to her too. Sparkle Alley, come get this commentary. It was a few people that John Ye striked in the middle of the morning. And that next day, it was just everywhere, people talking about the strikes. And it was some people who was calling him and saying like, hey, please, 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 please take your strike back. Please, 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 please. Yeah, it was a lot of that going on, you know. But come get this commentary. Then she just spoke about what had happened, and that's how I started watching her channel, and subscribing to her channel. But like I said, usually most people I was subscribing to, it came through one person talking about another, then the next, you know. So I'd be like, who is this person? I have no idea who this person is. Who are they? And then that's how I got subscribe to them. Who else? Did I say Words Have Power? I don't even know if she still goes live anymore. Charlotte with the Web. Like I said, all these are people I start. Ellie B. Ellie B actually got a strike too from John Yates because she had did a video about him and he struck her. And then when he found out she had like 6 kids and that, you know, she was just giving commentary, he removed the strike from her. But that's how I subscribe to her. I'm still subscribed to her to this day. Who else? Who else that's in here? Roadhog. I had subscribed to Roadhog because I kept hearing about him. Then one day I watched him. I said, oh my God, him and Real are like almost the same motherfucker, just one white, one black. But they like the same dude. They go way too far. Way too far. And so him, let's see, who else? Who else did I subscribe through the BS? I signed up to Tierra Latrice, and I signed up to her through the BS because when she did that thing on what's that girl's name that scammed Red Hot. When she and my thing with Red Hot, like I've done a live on that story already when it first happened, but my whole thing with Red Hot is I liked Red Hot. And at first I didn't care for Red Hot. I ain't gonna even lie to you. When Red Hot first came on 82s, I didn't like her because I felt like She only, because some people come in, they come in like they your muscle. You know what I'm saying? They come in like they aid and assistant. So they always come in, they get into it with people. I'm like, damn, did she just come in to argue with people? Like, even if you ain't saying nothing, or she would go on her channel and it'd be about real, but then I'd be like, damn, her channel ain't growing at all. Like, why ain't her channel moving? Like, what's going on with that? And then when she got sick, you know what I'm saying? How I found out she even got sick was AT2 came on a live and he was going off on somebody about something going on. Because, like I said, every day with most of these people, it was always some bullshit. Oh, they get into it with Pookie. They get into it. You into it with Sherelle. They into it with Katie Joy. They into it with hold on. They would just be into it with each other. So, like I said, every day you was finding somebody new that you never heard about their name, and then suddenly here they appear. So now I'm like, I gotta see what they saying, because that's how you put these puzzles together. You got to go into all this shit sometimes. If you expect, because people gonna give it to you from their point of view, they're gonna leave out shit. So I like to watch it for myself so I can get my own perspective. And who else? Because I'm just reading out of my list. Let's see. Let's see who else through the bullshit. We're gonna call it the pandemic war over in this sector. But yeah, when Tierra Latrice did the live on Red Hot, I really like how she did it, because I think even when they told the truth, they were never disrespectful. They were hurt. They were betrayed. They were looking out for her. They were loving on her. When you go to her chat, nobody be there. They'd be there. They were supporting their sister. So, and then Latrice Tierra Latrice had on these like big old glasses that I thought was so cute, and I fell in love with her fashion. I didn't even really know what it was, but yeah, so her do that. Oh, Up and Adam, because Up and Adam used to come on Sherelle's channel, and the day that Sherelle and John got into it that night, when they got into it over the "Are you married?" all that. Then the next day they got into it on his panel when he was interviewing the girl who knew what's her girl's name from 90 Day that was with Coty. Whoever Larissa was saying when she was giving all this information, and they were doing that interview, and then Sherelle and them came on, and we would get the epic live that would end up having Yvette singing and shit. And no, that was the next live. That was another live. Sorry, when she was singing. This live would be the first one where we would get them to break apart, and then Sherelle would go on her panel and be like, "Man, that old dope fiend, bitch ass motherfucker, his mama dead, bitch." I mean, I know, because I know where we heard. Some people are knocking people for saying stuff, and we got to think about where it started and how many people have said the same. Oh shit, we have to stop. We have to stop. In the last 2 years, I've heard 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 offhand say something to that man about his mother in the past, and his mother, and when they was mad, throwing it at him. I've seen this man, because so like I said, this ain't no defense. Fuck, I'm not his lawyer. But what I'm saying is, like I said, wrongs everywhere I turned. Who else? And then I remember that he said, "Oh, Sherelle, you told me Up and Adam is jealous of you," and da-da-da. And then like 2 weeks later, we had the big debacle where it was Rich Andrew, or should we call him Kid Andrew? Because last year in 2021, he came back on the panel and they slipped and said he's 16. I said, he only 16 now? How old was he when he was on your channel? 12? 14? But anyway. And they said, "Oh, Up and Adam." Then the big debacle happened that Adam had stole this story from them, and da-da-da, and then he cited where he got it from, because you're supposed to cite. Ain't that called like APA style? When you write in a paper, you have to cite your sources. All these educated people, we don't know about citing sources. But anyway, so Up and Adam. Who else? During this, I got up with Rosa Vega. Because like I said, during the pandemic with Ed, how he did her, I felt so sorry for her. So when she started the channel, I went straight to it. Who else is through the BS? Because there's a lot of people just because I subscribed to them, because I did. But most of it, like in this sector, I'm subscribed because it kept being BS on the BS on the BS on the BS. I subscribe to Cups because, like I said, you go into these different channels and you start seeing different people. And subscribing to Cups is how I found out about Mello, Rello and them, and then I subscribed to them because I went to one of their trivia nights, and one of their moms, I don't remember which one of their moms it was, August or Rello's mom, but I ended up being on a team with her. And Tails beat our ass, but you know what? We still was playing, and I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I met good. Don't think because I found people through the bullshit that all of them were bad. So some good ones in the mix, like for real, for real. You know what I mean? King Shalom, King Chameleon Eyes. How I got up with him was when all that stuff was going on with Real doing that whole, thing with the Katie Joy and then sending it to Katie Joy, and Katie Joy actually put it on her Instagram without playing it first, then pulling that shit down. So King Chameleon Eyes had Real on his channel, and when he had Real on channel, I came up, and that actually was the first person to make me a moderator was King Chameleon Eyes, and I still have love for him too. And he used to have a Spanish tutorial I wish he would bring back, where he was teaching Spanish. Backwood Barbie, I got up on her through that. And see, with her is where I learned that what people will do is they'll be cool with you and then they'll turn on you. And then the same, I watched that. I watched them do that with Barbie. I watched her be cool with people, then they turned on her, then these people was cool because didn't like the other person, then they turned. I just watched that. I watched that unfold, but that came through that. Yeah, that was Don't Tell Me Tell the People who got the strike with Allie and them. With Sparkle Alley. Sparkle Alley. Don't Tell Me Tell the People. I said it was Come Get This Commentary. My bad. It was Don't Tell Me Tell the People. It was Sparkle Alley. Who else got hit that night? Because he hit a few people. Yeah, Sparkle Alley. I didn't even know she still had a page because I know a couple of months she came back and was talking about revamping in her new life and that she was going through divorce, but I haven't seen her live since, but I guess she's still alive. Mel, the lipstick diva, I really love her confidence. She got a super swag I really like. Who else? Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to see because all these people are doing the thing. I'm just naming. Oh, yep. So now Charlotte with the way it was called Fallon on the way up, but her, Geo, August with the shade. Now they call them McCray tribe, but Steve McCray, like I said, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Some of these literally came from that. Oh, also, that's how I started during the pandemic. Started following Toxic Diamond. She came up one day. I saw her, and it was this guy I guess she knew, grew up with. He done been back on her thing, later, but they weren't talking. He was like something the auto guy. But anyway, I ended up subscribing to his channel too that day. But I just love they vibe. And I got some homies that are my male friends that we real tight like that too. So I really enjoyed that bond. And I know what it's like to have made mistakes in your life or whatever, and then, just want to do better. So I liked her vibe. And I had started watching her, but then this one day she was on there. And it's like right after I subscribed to her, and she was talking about somebody on the YouTube, and they black ass, and this, and they blackly black, and this, and they this, and they ugly, and they this, and they blackly black. I said, who is she talking about? And she was talking about Nosy Ho. So it made me go over to Nosy Ho channel because, like I said, when you keep talking about somebody, I want to see what they got to say myself. And I went over there, and then I saw that they would start the roasting. That's what some of these things I heard of. You know what I mean? And so one led you to the next. And you'll be surprised how you'll look up and then now these people in this same. But yeah, D. I heard of D through this sector. Like I said, so a lot of these people I got to subscribing to, or Johnny's channel. I haven't seen Johnny in a while. I'm gonna have to go to his channel and see if he got any new videos. See how he's doing. Chicago. Oh, where's my one? I haven't seen her in a while. I wonder how she's having Sunshinery. Her through this situation because she's also one of the people that got into it real. Danielle Speaks. All about the tea. But yeah, most of these come from truly just, like I said, in the midst of the mess while all this stuff was going on. Danny Robertson, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, so in the midst of it, some of them you found, and they were actually, I subscribed to Jarita Streeter, because I don't know if y'all remember. And here's the day I subscribed to her. One day, her, Heidi, Amber, John all went up on chat. I don't even know what happened. She seemed like she was, because she always had. But she seemed like she had been smoking or whatever, but she just kept on trying to start stuff. Oh, Amber, didn't you tell me this about Sherelle? Just tell me that you said it. Just and then John went off, oh, not the fuck on my channel. Oh, rah, 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 rah. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is this girl talking about? So I was like, let me subscribe to her channel. But really on her channel, she don't really do that much. She'll do something like the last live I saw with her was a couple of months ago when she had got sick and she was in the hospital. And so she was just showing like what was going on with her. So one day she did did a short, like, what is this movie? And I answered it instantly because I'm like, oh girl, come on, please. You showed that little clip like nobody would know. I knew just what movie it was. I can't remember what movie it was now, but I know I answered it and like she commented back and shit, but she doesn't go live that often. I think she went live like a month ago. Yep, Sunshine. I haven't seen my Sunshine in a while. I'm gonna have to go to her channel and see what's up. Julie Virgo. And because once again, does anybody remember like I've been so watching all of this stuff go down and watched all of it happen that I had to literally take myself and find a piece because it was triggering something in me. Because I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Around after like the big fallout with Sherelle and John, and then it just getting to like, oh, the police are being called. Oh, this is happening. People trying to kill me. This is going on. This, and it was triggering when I felt, depression. It's triggering all these different things in me, and it was just making you want to fight unfair. And I started feeling that feeling in me that wanted to just go fight with the bullies because they were getting on my nerves, and all that they was doing was just getting on my nerves. And that, so I said, no, I gotta take back. Oh, T-Spiracy, Words Have Power, So Much Dev. All these people come from me subscribing during this shit. Philly Kid. I actually talked to Philly Kid while I was down in Atlanta. He's such a good person. Chair Fit for Fun. I Am Tia B. Like I said, I literally started subscribing because some of these are great, and some, like I said, to this day I still watch. But some, auntie, if you watched them and if you were watching in their videos, you could put the piece of the puzzle, the piece of the mess part of the puzzle they were, you could put it together real easy. It is real easy to find, trust me. Let me see what y'all saying, because I just been babbling and gabbling. Of course we do. We all have good and bad in us. It's all about what you choose to do with it. How do you handle it when two content creators have beef with each other and start talking about each other and you're in the chat? Do you leave, slide into the bushes, and continue to watch or stay in the chat? Well, one of the things I do is when people, first of all, on your channel, you have a right to speak on what you want to speak on. So if I come on your chat and you in here talking about another content creator, what you'll catch Danny in the chat doing is speaking. Hey y'all, hey, how you doing? Love you, sis. Da 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 da. Because right now, I'm letting you get out what you have to do on your channel. And I am right now just speaking and mingling in the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how I stay out of it. So I make sure I don't make no comments. I try not to even throw a laughing emoji because I might be laughing at something somebody's saying in there, and somebody will swear I was laughing because at that point you made a statement that meant woo woo woo. So that's how I handle it, because once again, whether you watch it or not, I've learned one thing: you guilty by association, and especially on YouTube. So I don't even have to be in the chat, but something because I think you cool. Everything you did wrong, I'm supposed to be right with it. I don't know, but that's just how YouTube goes. So yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, that's what I do. And if you getting just too much in there, and if you're going too far and saying things that come on like you're going too far, then I just speak, give my love, and I'm out. I'm out. I ain't even in the bushes. I'm just gone. Yeah, I just saw the question. Yeah, so that's what I do. Because, my whole thing about even in the bushes, I told you I never consider myself in the bushes. When I'm watching it, I'm not in your chat. I'm not hiding. I just feel like your chat is a piece of shit and I don't want to be in it. So I'm just sitting on my throne. I'm watching though. And I won't hesitate to say I was watching. When you in the bushes, people in the bushes don't even like to admit it. Until one day you talk about something, they got to admit that they was in the bushes watching. No, I was there. And usually, since I don't have time to waste, I got more time behind me than I got in front of me. Usually, I'm not wasting my time in chats I don't want to be in, or in places I don't want to be. Because if I really like, because sometimes I might catch your chat after your live after it was over, so I don't speak because you know what I mean. Like for instance, I stay watching shit in the beef sector. I stay watching, Deidre. I stay watching Tracy. Now I started watching Misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? Uh I watch a few of them. You know what I'm saying? But I never in their chat, but I've been in the comments. Afterwards, like great show, happy birthday, whatever. But I'm never in the chat because once again, you got a chat full of people who might have been invested in this whole situation or they got more history, and I'm just in here to watch. So I don't have time to play the catch up game, and now I'm listening to the chat more than so I just watch the video. You know what I mean? So that's how I handle it. I mean, to each his own, and everybody different, but it's always gonna happen. Like I say, Bossy, most people don't like me on the internet because of people I like, not because of me co-signing what they said. It's because of people I like. I seem to like some of the most hated people, I guess, on in this sector. But you not liking me because you don't like them. That's so childish. Don't like me because I did something. But so no, I don't draw into that. I'm not. But if you hella disrespecting somebody I like, I'm let me get up out of here. Let me get out of here because I don't even want my ears to hear that. You know what I mean? I don't even want to put that in my spirit. Because I'm gonna move around. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of people that seem not to like me. Oh hell yeah, I'm Sub to Doom. And you know this, man. Susan, would you drop Doom's link in the chat? But yeah, no. So I mean, and it gets hard because sometimes, and then because like I told y'all, I'm a subscriber in my mind more than I'm a content creator. That's why you never hear me on here. Like, share, subscribe, and I be forgetting sometimes. I swear, every time I end a live, I be like, "Why didn't you say that? You forgot to say it." But y'all know when we just in here, we just shooting shit. Um, just trying to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Yeah, and see, and if both content creators are in that chat, then they really are talking to each other. Like I said, I've learned one thing is people who handle things the way they handle them. You know what? And that's the great thing. That's good to hear, Crazy Cat Mama. And that's because I haven't done anything negative to nobody. So if they did, they'd be reaching. But I know for a fact there are people on the internet who have problems with me, and it's only because of who I'm associated with. Like I said, when I stayed a moderator with Dear Yvette and everything was going down, I mean, like I said, I've been on 82's panel several times. But 82 was just on Terry Lynn's panel a couple of months ago. I spoke to him. He won't even speak to me. I've never done a thing to him. Never. Never. Never disrespected him once. It won't because I don't have a reason to. I don't need to. That's one. The day that Sparkle, when I was on his channel and all that stuff was going on with Dear Yvette, it was because I was cool with Heidi. That's true. I've had people call me and actually tell me, "Don't be cool with Terry Lynn." That's three. You get what I'm saying? So people, when I say people ain't liking me, and I don't give a fuck. Because let me tell you something. If I'm that easily pushed out of your mind, then we can stay there. But I have no ill wills against nobody. I don't. And like I said, you think I ain't been in chats on people I like and they got people up in there I don't like? But I don't care because I didn't come for the people I didn't like. I came for the one I like. Yeah, I mean, so like I said, if somebody just, I mean, there's none of disrespect about it. Because I ain't did nothing to nobody. I hope not, and that's really good to hear because one of the things I'm trying to give is respect and love. I'm not just trying to get it; I'm trying to give it back. I'm trying to say, like, hey, I'm here to respect. That's why I say here in this kingdom, I don't care. Matter of fact, the better you were on the streets and in the world and everywhere else, if you come in here and wear the crown, that is respected. So in here, I'm really trying to do that. So that is good. Oh, thank you, Crazy Cam Warmer. But like I said, but I don't care. Even if people don't like, I don't care. I like who I like. And like I said, the people I have relationships with, as I'm building even bigger relationships with, it don't have nothing to do with building a relationship so that we could be YouTube on this. It's building relationships to get to know people. And so the more I do that, my loyalty is to me. And I'm gonna be true to what I believe and what I stand for. So when I respect somebody, I don't just respect you in your face. I respect you behind your back. It's just who I am. But like I said, I've seen people over here, and you'd be like, why are they not speaking to me? But if you think I'm gonna run around chasing anybody speaking to them, I'm not. I will speak. Let me tell you something. If I speak to you twice and you do not acknowledge at all on two different occasions, I'm gonna give you two different occasions. If you do it like that, don't worry. Don't even worry. I won't. If I say something, it'll be like your name in a heart because it's just my way of saying like I'm gonna acknowledge you so you won't say I was ignoring you. But I'm done. I don't chase the bus. I ain't never chased the man. I'm not finna chase no doggone people on the internet. Like I said, there are millions of subscribers on the YouTube. So for me to think that just because one person did something, you couldn't do it yourself, you could do whatever you want. Just like it's people out here with 1 million, 2 million subscribers. It's not just one of them. It's several of them. So you can. It's people out here with 21 million subscribers. Like those numbers, I look at as high numbers, straight up. Because in this game, if you under 100,000, really you nobody, even to YouTube. To YouTube, and if you under 1 million, yeah, you bringing me money. I'll take that money you give me, but you're nobody. You're nobody. But yeah, but I've seen it on here. I've just seen so much shady shit where you like, oh my god. And I'm not here, and that's why I tell people. So if I say something about real, then somebody come tell me, oh, he did this. Did you know he did it? I sure do, and I think it was wrong. And I never said it was right. Never. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, even when that last shit show happened on Sparkle's channel, to me, Rio, outside of when he went to go, I mean, which he's gonna do every time he see Maria name. I'm not saying that's right. We just know that's what he gonna do. But outside of when he did that, Rio was probably one of the most respectful people on there. And when I say respectful people on there, meaning it was too much bullshit going on. It was too much. It was just too much. It was too much. I mean, it was too much of that. I told y'all my lips just don't pick up, pock up to kiss ass. I just don't. It was too much of that. But he was actually dropping facts like, hey, honestly, this wouldn't be right. And like I said, but I don't want to sound like I'm defending nobody because over here, people say, oh, you were defending the wrong actions of when he said what he said. No, I wasn't. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, change starts with you. That's one thing I've learned. That the things I want, the things I'm saying I need, the things I'm asking for, I have to be willing to do. So if I want to say, let me stay out this mess, and like I said, staying out the mess don't mean I don't have an opinion about what's going on. Staying out the mess means I'm not calling up nobody to give them the gossip to go get them to go off on somebody. Staying out the mess means that I'm not coming in your chat and you like, Danny, a ugly bitch, and I'm like, yeah, that ugly bitch. No, I'm not. I'm staying out the mess. I'm staying out the mess, and I'm glad that I'm giving y'all truly me. This ain't no stunt. This ain't no show. When people say, "Oh, Danny, I know, like, I can't wait to monetize." You know what? I know that it's a process, and I am going on. This is my first year on here. Like I said, I put that video up about Sherelle and them, and the reason I put it up is because, like I said, I used to be a subscriber to Sherelle. The very first panel I ever talked on was Sherelle's. Uh, you know what I mean? I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the laughter. I enjoyed before Perry was calling bitches to every woman and all that. I enjoyed it. But like I said, when you think back, I remember Rio. had a moderator named Tiffany. I just found out last year that she passed away. But I, like I said, and I hate to even bring up story because she's passed away. But I remember when she got dogged out, and she was a bitch's bald head bitch, you ugly bitch, bitch, bitch. And it was by a creator who I liked. I don't even want to bring up who it is. If you know what it was, you know what it was. I mean, but yeah, I just. But around here, we gonna. I literally saw somebody bring her up on a panel, and they kind of watched the conversation off because it would have been hard to bring the conversation up and not say, because I know if I'm sitting there, I'm gonna be thinking, hey, don't you? The last time I saw you and her talk, not her in real, but her and another person, you were calling her bitches and hoes and ugly bald headed bitches, and and then you went on your channel and called them more bitches. Because, like I said, over here in this sector, and all around YouTube, but just speaking on this sector, over here, men got so much energy with these bitches. I ain't never seen so many men ready to put full fire off on a chick. And then they'll say, I never hit a woman. Well, you sure talking to one like you'd hit one. What's next? If you checking women like that, what's next if she jump up? What you gonna do next? You gonna hit her. But yeah, like I said, I've just seen it over and over again. So I'm glad that um I'm getting respect because I'm giving respect. And it's not to kiss nobody ass. It just is what it is. I saw so much shit. And like I said, all this stuff on here pulled me out of my chair and made me become a content creator. And like I said, October 7th will officially be 1 year anniversary of me starting a channel. Because I never started a channel one time. I don't have a fake channel. I didn't do some other stuff. I never had a channel on YouTube. That's a fact until October 7th. I put a video out about Sherelle, about the Sherelle and John Yates thing, because I felt like just because I came in a chat and said, I don't think bullying should go to like this, you know what? Maybe you should come off in line and go get you some peace because this is unhealthy. That made me human, goddammit. That made it that I actually have a soul. I actually have a fucking conscience, and I actually have a moral compass, and I live by it. And I don't give a damn who you are. If my spirit tells me to say something, the fuck I will. But like I said, so I said something, and then I had made a statement because a Caucasian in Sherelle's chat made a statement that black people use the word house nigga as a term of endearment. Bitch, you a lie. Every black person I know, you call them a house nigga, and they gonna be house kicking your ass. And I sat on a live while I'm watching Busy cry because he's hurt. Because it's the same woman he said he would never even call out his name because he don't like to even argue with his people. And here he was, a house, because he on a panel with a white person that make you a house. Come on, man. Come on. So I made a video. I sure did, because somebody came in that chat, and I ain't making this up. Somebody came in that chat and said to me, you should go look at Reddit and see what they said about you. And I thought, why would somebody be talking about me on Reddit? I'm not even. And I told them, you could tell whoever said it. I said, fuck you. Don't play with me. Don't tell me to come read no bullshit. Why is somebody talking about me because I have an opinion? Oh, the only opinions that count around here is the opinions of bashing people, racial divide, the opinions of sexual assault, the opinions of talking on the dead. Those are the only opinions y'all want. That y'all don't want no opinions. Y'all just want to be in misery. Then I watch some of these creators, they'll do all this shit on everybody else's channel, but on their channel, it's the church channel. Hold on. The Saints gonna march in. Get the hell out of here. That ain't no church, that's a cult. Shit. And I'm a buck. I am a buck. But like I said, I just watched all this stuff. Now suddenly I'm the biggest enemy in the world. I said, wait a minute. I'm the same person that never missed one of your lives. Like I said, when I was a moderator for Dairy Valley, I never missed one live. Never. Didn't care if when you went up in there, it was just me, her, and whoever was moderating up in the room. When she turned on people, I didn't agree with it. I never treated those people no different. Never. Never. because her opinion wasn't my opinion. So that's how you stand away from shit. That's how you stay away from it. That's how you stay out of it. So when I get on get into the content creators thing, and they going too deep on somebody, and that's anybody. It don't have to just be the person I mess with. If they getting too deep, let me tell you something. Unless y'all beefing back and forth, and I'm watching the beef, if every day you talking about the same person, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna stop watching the shit. Because I guarantee you ain't telling me no new information. That's just me, and that's what anybody. I don't care who you talking about. You be talking about the president of the United States. There's gonna be a while, and be like, oh my God, Jesus, can we talk about some fucking other shit? That's just how my ADD works. It's not gonna allow me to stay on this every single day, all day long. Not when I live in a world that got a billion things other that we could be talking about or doing. And on here, you got a voice. What is your voice saying? That's what you got to ask yourself. Oh, thanks, Tina. And yeah, you just got to ask yourself, what are you going to say with your voice? And like I said, you could be doing the right thing, and it's still going to be people that don't want to hear the right thing. But they don't, I'm not forcing nobody. Let me tell you something. This the doors to the kingdom are always open. 24/7. You come on in. Let me tell you something. When people come in my thing and they say, I just I always welcome to the family. Welcome to the kingdom. And even if I don't catch you in the chat every time when I see you, it's love. It's always love. It's always because I learned that sometimes, especially that's why I want so bad in September to start my schedule. But I always know that when you don't have a exact time that you go on and it's not scheduled, there's no, you know what I mean? There's no consistency to it. Uh you're gonna get different people. So if I go at night at if I go live at night, I'm gonna get the people who work nights, the people who are up at night. You know what I mean? You're gonna get them people. In the morning, I'm gonna get people at work, but they're listening. So sometimes they're not coming in, but they are listening. You know what I mean? Because they're at work. Just like when I go work my couple hours, if somebody on YouTube, I'm listening to them. But usually I don't even go into the comments because I'm at work. So I'm just literally just listening to the live. And that's what I tell you. Hey, if you're a content creator, you don't believe I'm in your analytics, go check them. I'm there. If I say I'm there, I'm there. And if I haven't been there, and it might be on your 28 days, and it might show, it might be because I've been in and out. I'll be watching a little here and a little there, and then I come back. And sometimes this week I might be on these couple of people because I can't watch everybody all day. You know what I mean? Like a week ago, I watched the Tracy live. It was like 9 hours. I was breaking that thing down most of the day. So you think it was I was watching that one and several others? No, I was watching that one. So, that's how you move. I'm only one person. And I would love to tell y'all I only got 2 eyes, but some days I think I only got one. I got 2 eyes, though. Let me stop. Let me stop. Even if they aren't the greatest, I still got two. But yeah, so like I said, at the end of the night, we are only responsible for ourselves. So that's all I'm on here doing is doing my part, doing what I'm supposed to do. I was trying to see if there's any more people I asked. Oh, Nick Avocado, I subscribed to him during the pandemic too. T.S. Madison, I've been subscribed to her since her and what's on that girl's name? Kyra, whatever. When they was, girl in my neck, my back. But when they were together, and then when they fell out, I just went to each one separately. Yeah, and sometimes I go through my list because I realize that wow, I haven't watched that person. Look, I just went through my list. I'm looking. See, I even subscribed back then to Jeffrey Pascal, the one who went to jail. Now, here's the funny thing: when I subscribed to him, I actually subscribed to Trisha Payton. Is that her name? Too, because she used to come on his show a lot and flirt with him a lot, just all the time. It was weird. It was real weird with him too. But I used to watch on there, and then I used to watch him too because, like I said, because that season was so. And he was so cool with baby girl Lisa and that dude, whatever his name, Rocco, whatever his name was, I can't remember his name. But all them was cool. And so I used to watch, they little things, and old boy would go live. I would watch that. Like I said, I watch all this shit. And especially like when you were during the pandemic, most of us were in the house all day long. Some days you heard so much bad stuff on the news you couldn't even sleep all night long. Who else? Yeah, that's really about it that I got from there. It might be a couple of other days when I was strolling through this long ass list that I went past. But yeah, like I said, so but I've learned through because the pandemic, like I said, it was so much drama. You thought because I wasn't surprised that the world was in such turmoil that the YouTube streets were the same. But but yeah, I had to, like I said, because it was taking a toll on me. It was taking. I mean, I remember my brother used to say because his room was across the hall, and he used to always say like, "Oh, who is that?" Every time I would watch Real, my brother used to scream from the room, "Man, turn that negative motherfucker off! I hate dude. All he do is argue, yell, and scream. I'm sick of." He'd be screaming from his room, so I could only watch Real on my earphone. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. And then I just had to learn, like, okay, because I would be mad some days. I'd watch some of the stuff going on, and you watch people talking about people's abuse with drugs and dogging them out. Where, when first of all, if somebody on a drug, that's a disease. They are no longer the person you knew before they started using that drug. Yeah, but like I said, but I just learned how to move around. So another part to the answer to that question for you, bossy, is I've just learned how to move in a different way. So, like I said, if I come in and you're knee deep in it, it don't have to be somebody I mess with. You knee deep in it. I'm gonna speak to everybody, give my love, because that's what I came to do. And then I'm gonna let that shit play. And if I gotta let it play and I'm not listening to it, I'm just letting it play to go and give you the full credit of me being there. I stay a few minutes and listen because sometimes people will be venting and then they'll go on to something else. So I'll give you a few minutes. But if we 2 hours in and you still that nothing bitch ass, ugly hoe ass, tramp ass, sad, we need to talk about the shadiest people in the world. I mean, they the shadiest in the world, and I'm like, okay, because I don't take nobody feelings from them. So when somebody feels something, that's what they feel. It's not what I feel. It's what they feel. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead take my old blinky blink outside. I'm thinking about taking a nap. To tell you the truth, I really am thinking about taking a nap. Hang out with my little buzz. My brother is supposed to be on his way, so I know he'll be in a few. Because but I'm debating because I mean my eye isn't tearing up right now, and like I said, other than tearing up, it's been pretty good the last couple of days. Um, but I don't know because I was thinking about because I work tonight from 6 to 10, and I don't know because I was thinking about if my eye is still being. I might not. I might not. And I'm really thinking I might not because I'm really thinking about taking a nap. I'm really thinking, so I'm debating. I'm really deciding. So that's it. But other than that, y'all, I have enjoyed running my mouth just a moment. All this talking about things, but part of that is how I ended up here today. So some days you'll get me to break down little parts of the YouTube world and how I got to where I'm at and why I moved like I moved through here. This is why I move like this. And like I tell people, I'm not giving you the blueprint to move like me. I'm telling you to make a blueprint for you. And if you move in the way of what you want and what you desire out this world, I promise you the universe gonna get that shit to you. And it's not gonna give it to you from who you thought was supposed to or who you want to, but you're gonna get what you need. I can promise you that. And that's what I've learned. I've learned in giving love, it brings love, and being you and being transparent and all these things. So this is the formula for me. This is my formula. But the components in the formula that's gonna work for all of us is the change you want started in yourself. Um, love we all want. There's not one of us out here, even the ones pretending like they don't. We want love and respect. We want it. So I'm giving it. Like I said, I give it. I'm not going to give it when you're not. I'm not going to beg you to give it. I'm not going to kiss your ass to give it, but I'm definitely going to give it. So, like I said, I'm giving out respect because I choose to. I'm giving out love because I want to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. And matter of fact, knowing that I'm flawed is what makes me even better person because I could just stay flawed. Because see, good and bad live in us all. And every day I wake up. I mean, come on, Tina done been on the phone. I mean, Tina, not Tina. Well, Tina been on the phone with me too, but not for this. But people done been on the phone with me. I said, Tina, I said, people done been on the phone with me before, and you'll see. Catch me on these streets. I'm quicker to react. Because see, now we're face to face. I don't have time for a middleman. I don't have time to know if you're gonna type it. Do you really mean it? Did you say it? Did you? No, 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 no. So right here, we're gonna go quickly into situations. But on here, I can remove myself. And that's what you had the power. Like I said, when we really think about it, the internet, we got more control than we have in any other parts of our life. You don't have control like that in work. You don't have control. You have control and here to go where you want, speak when you want, hear what you want, and see what you want. You have that choice. You are nobody. You don't have to just so they can have views. You're gonna torture your soul and your spirit. You're gonna trigger your bad energy for them. No, don't do that for nobody. Don't do it for me. I want to uplift you. I want us to grow. So if that's what we're doing, hey, come up in here and let's grow together. Yes, it was a great chat. I have loved you all. Thank you for coming in and wearing a crown. Thank you for being respectful to each other. Don't forget to keep my Emma Lou up in your prayers. Keep Dana in your prayers. Keep Tina in your prayers. Keep us all on healing energies, good vibes. You know what I mean? Hope everybody has a great day today. I hope even if it started off a little rough, a little messy, a little, whatever it may have started off, I hope it got better. I hope that anybody who come back for watching this later, or anybody who go tell somebody about this later, you tell them the whole conversation. Cause see, around here, we ain't looking for problems. I'm looking for solutions. I'm not looking at a piece of the picture. I'm putting the whole puzzle together. Because if you want me to make a determination, I got to put the whole puzzle together. I got to put all the players in the pot. Because then otherwise, I'm just picking and choosing. But like I said, I love you guys. Thank you for loving on me. Thank you for being respectful. Thank you for being a light. And like I said, the more lights we have, the more lights that'll shine. And so even if there's never no place where you can find a place to shine your light, we're gonna make a place. We're gonna make a place. And that's a place for everybody. My safety isn't as important to me as you all's is. Cause see, I found a way to sit right in the middle of the storm and stay dry. So I'll be an umbrella. I want us all to evolve and be happy and have peace. And I want to be alive. I want to live. I want to love. I want to laugh. I want to do that type of shit. And so I know most do. So that's what I want us to have here is a real kingdom where everybody is equal. Everybody is equal. And that's the fact. And there's no difference in here. It's none. It is none. It is none. And that's how you know you're a real boss. Because when I'm a real boss, I know that I don't need to explain who's my friend and who I'm just respecting. I'm just respect is respect. I'm giving out respect, but my friends, I'm building relationships with. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. So I love you guys, and I will catch you later. Thank you, Susan. Love you, sis. Thank you, everyone, for coming through. And have a good one. Catch you later. I need no look back at me like you know what? I don't have no time for this dog, y'all. I don't. I can't. I can't with him.